the Oologah Mustang Sports Network, this is Mustang Football.
Let's go!
Now, here's your host, Brent Kellogg, Brady Despain, and Doug Winters.
At Fort Clark, Kansas in 1808, the Osage Nation signed a treaty with the United States and gave up considerable portion of land. That landed them in the northeastern Oklahoma and southern Kansas. In the early 1800s, the Osage Nation was a mighty force to be reckoned with, dominating and raiding the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Delaware, and other tribal nations. Until January of 1817, when 500 Cherokee and members from other tribes put it all on the line. History records that night as the Battle of Strawberry Moon. And the Cherokees and the Allies would take revenge on what had been a bloody decade of tribal fighting. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg, and I'm joined in the booth with my partner in crime, Oologah Athletic Director Brady Despain. And on the sidelines, if he ran for president, he would probably win. It's Doug Winters. He's a part of our broadcast team as well. You're probably wondering, what in the world does Oklahoma history have to do with high school football? One of the unique beauties about the great state of Oklahoma is the influence of our Native American heritage. It's a part of our lifestyle. It's a part of our vocabulary. It's in our communities. It's in our daily lives. Tahlequah, Shakota, Nowata, Owasso. All of these words have a meaning in their original dialect. For those of us that call Oologah home, in the original Cherokee, it means dark cloud. If you are from Skiatook, it's an Osage word, and it means a man who stands tall. It may not be a battle between two warring tribes, but these two teams have been at war for a long, long time. It's the Skiatook Bulldogs as they host the mighty Oologah Mustangs. And boys, we are in for a fight. Gentlemen, we've had some good news. We've had some bad news this week. But tonight, we got to shove it all into a pop bottle, put the lid on it, shake it up, and see how it comes out. Coach Winters, let's start with you. You're a former defensive coordinator. This defense has had some moments of greatness. For 3.5 quarters, they kept Collinsville out of the end zone last week. Heat played a part. Injuries played a part of that. But, man, there is a lot of potential for this team to build on. What have you seen out of Coach Gray and his defensive unit that you're looking forward to see tonight on the field?
Well, I think tonight is going to be the interior line, and I've said that before. But talking to Coach Gray and watching film, Skiatook has a strong inside running game, and that must be shut down and force third and long situations so maybe we can get some Oskies and picks. But the interior line play is key because of Skiatook's very solid running game, especially between the tackles.
Absolutely. Brady, let's go to you. The offensive production has been good. And talking to Coach Weeks, I think he would like to see it better. 2 times last week, we shot ourselves in the foot. Penalties that just stalled out what were beautiful moving the football drives. Some of the stats, they're not bad. We have a junior quarterback in Blake Salt. He completed 70% of his passes last week. Both running backs have been very productive. Zach carried for over 5 yards a carry. What are we going to need to see tonight out of that Mustang offense as you look at those stats if we can sneak in a class ahead of us and get a win tonight in Skiatook?
Yeah, I think keeping it on the ground, Coach Weeks. Obviously he likes to set the tone with the ground game. And you mentioned Zach Wright. He had 122 yards on 24 carries, about a 5-yard, a little over a 5-yard average. But you also have Wade Bright and Aiden Trimble that both had carried about 4 yards a carry. So those 3 guys I thought did a great job last week. Of course, it all starts up front. That offensive line, they did a great job. And obviously that's something. If you can control the line of scrimmage, then you're probably going to come out on the right side in the win.
Well,
column.
in my weekly meeting with Coach Weeks, I sat down and we were breaking down film, and then I went back and watched some film later. I just could not help notice but the left side of that line. Dominant may be a little bit too strong of a word, but those guys played really well. And our plays last Friday that picked up yardage and moved the football typically went to the left side of the line. We're going to need a good night out of that line to protect the quarterback, open up some holes for those backs just to create some space for the offense to be productive. When we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Weeks and his take on last week's win over Collinsville. It was little. We were lucky to get out of there, but it still goes in the W column. How his preparation went this week to get the boys ready to play for Skiatook. It's the Mustangs and the Bulldogs. More of the Mustang pregame show when we come back. You're listening to Oologah Mustang Football.
Lakeside State Bank has been serving Rogers County since 1976. At Lakeside State Bank, our goal is to ensure that our community will enjoy the benefits of a locally owned and operated financial institution and to provide quality services no matter how simple or complex your banking requirements may be. We proudly offer you the latest in banking technology. Banking convenience is available through any touch-tone phone, internet banking from your home or office computer, and we provide a website full of information. We offer a wide variety of services in personal banking, business banking, loans, and mortgages. We are here to serve you with 2 convenient locations in Chelsea at 516 Walnut Street and on the corner of Highway 88 and 169 in Oologah. Visit our website at lakesidebank.com for more information on how we can serve you. Lakeside State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It is week 2 of the 2019 football season. We opened at home last week with a close win over Collinsville. You'll take it however you can get it, but it was costly. That's just part of the sport, yet you're going to have guys that get banged up. You're going to have guys that get injured. But last weekend, we lost some talented key players. Last Friday night, I saw the video a couple of times in a head-to-head collision. Devin Anchorage cracked 2 vertebrae in his neck. Didn't know it till Saturday morning when he's at work and trying to use his hands, and they weren't working. So we're without Devin for the rest of the season. He will be out. Zach Huddleston, a middle linebacker, he's still trying to get well. He's still trying to recoup. I think Coach Weeks has maybe week 4 or 5 circled on his calendar, hoping that Zach will be able to get back and get into the middle of that defense and make a difference. One of our big linemen, Love, hurt his ankle last weekend, and I think we're without him tonight as well. So it's a costly weekend. You got the win at Collinsville by 1, an exciting game. What a fun night to be there. What a great way to start off your 2019-2020 campaign. But it also came with a big price tag. Week 2, 3 big components. Coach, Winters, let's start with you. In every sport, it's a part of the game. You're going to have hurt players. You're going to have kids get injured. How do you scheme around that? How do you, the guy that's got to step up that's second on the depth chart, how do you get that kid prepared in a week of practice to step out in the game and do the best that he can do?
Well, hopefully you've been preparing since two-a-days. And that's why you stress to your guys, we prepare since two-a-days. Every rep's important, whether you're second, third, or fourth string, because it is a battle of attrition. You hope you stay healthy. These 3 games, they're important, but they're not as important as our district.
Right.
So you want to get well and healed by district. These are great games. They're pride games, and it can launch you into a good district season. But, again, since two-a-days, it's next guy up. And you've got to prepare that way, and you got to stress it to the kids, and that's why you demand it. When you see the second, thirds, and fourths, you're getting in their business just as hard as you are the first ones, because you know that they're going to have to be ready against some pressure in big ball games.
And you know Huddleston would love to get out there. He's just not ready. And you certainly don't want to put a kid in a position to play, because you're right. You're going to need him when you can win your district. You can come in second in district. You're going to get a great playoff spot, which sets you in a whole lot better position to make your run through the brackets. Brady? Go ahead, Coach.
And think about this. If these young green kids get pressure reps and then you get the experienced seniors back, you're going to be that much better at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Brady, how do you think this team will respond? It's early in the season, lost a couple of guys early. Tonight's a big game. There's lots of games in the history of down through the Mustangs and the Bulldog. How do you think Coach Weeks and his team will be ready to respond tonight?
Yeah, I think we'll be ready. You know, Coach Winters is right. I mean, I can think back to 3 or 4 years ago when we had made some long runs, back-to-back state championships, and there were some key players. Braden, my son, was one of them. Brock Martin was one of them that early on they were not there, but they came back in the key situations when district were starting, and we still made a run. So these young guys, like Coach Winter said, they're getting some experience. That's going to make us deeper in the long run. But Coach Weeks will have these guys ready. I mean, I've been around Coach Weeks for several years now, and seen him in practice, and he always has the guys ready, whether it's the first string guy or, like Coach Winter said, they're down 2-3 deep. You always have to be ready, and I think you'll have those guys ready.
For about 18 minutes and counting, the stands are starting to fill in. In just a moment, we'll have the national anthem, the coin toss as well. If you're just joining us, hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg. I'm joined in the press box with our athletic director, Brady Despain, and on the sideline, our girls basketball coach, Doug Winters. And it's our inaugural season of broadcasting Mustang athletics and Mustang football. We're glad that you're here. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to hear from head coach Chad Weeks, and we'll do a whole lot more. This is Mustang football.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
At Will Rogers Animal Hospital, your pet's care comes first. Dr. Ron Wallace and his professional staff provide a wide range of services for all your pet's needs, from surgeries, vaccinations, boarding, and more. The friendly staff at Will Rogers Animal Hospital makes your pet's care a priority. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. They're located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Give them a call today at 918-443-4444 and book your animal's next appointment. Will Rogers Animal Hospital, 335 South Elm Street in Oologah.
"17 minutes and counting. It's the Mustangs and the Bulldogs. We are on the road tonight. It's our first road game of the season, and we just going to get a chance to see how our guys respond on the road. Coach Winters and Brady, I'll tell you, it is 20 degrees cooler than what we played last time. Last time at game time, the heat index was right around the 104 mark. I know Brady was down on the field. Right now it's 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Just a beautiful evening. This is what September in Oklahoma should feel like with high school football.
Yeah, I went down there, got a 40 time, and it wasn't good. But it's nice down on the field, but my 40 time wasn't good.
Let me tell you, in pregame, I was on the field. Skylar Wisnett, one of our linemen, said, "Oh, my goodness, this feels great." So he's excited.
A lot nicer tonight.
And, of course, you saw that play into effect last weekend, too, with a lot of cramps, a lot of injuries. When guys are tired, they don't make smart decisions. Your brain don't operate if you're dehydrated. And so hopefully you get just the guys will get a chance. We're here to compete, but also enjoy the game tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, this is high school football, Friday night under the lights. And, this community lives for this. I mean, it's great to come over here, and we've had some great games over here, so hopefully we can come out on the winning side again tonight.
Absolutely. Had the chance to sit down with Coach Weeks this week and talk to him about last Friday night's win and also their preparation for this week.
We're joined with head coach Chad Weeks. Coach, congratulations on the win last Friday night against Collinsville. Let's talk a little bit about special teams, because that really did seem to be the difference in the ball game.
Oh, no doubt about it. Positive and negative. Mason Powell stepped up and hit 2 field goals for us. He ended up scoring 7 or 13 points to the game. On the flip side, Zach Wright's punts flipped the field for us. And that's crucial, just flipping the field and field position. That's what we really learned the game about, is being conservative and making them earn all their points. Then towards the end, right before halftime there, our kids are kind of dragging. It's hot outside, and we gave up a kickoff return because of just just from a few loafs.
Yeah. And on the flip side, Collinsville's night struggled a little bit. They had opportunities to tie the game, miss some extra points. And so really, when you look back on Friday night's game, special teams really did seem to be the difference maker.
Yeah, it was a difference maker.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
So it's ugly at times, but you're also glad to pull the win out.
Yes. Yeah. I'll take a ugly win every week.
Yeah. So I saw Mason Powell was Offensive Player of the Week, so huge congrats to him. He also did some good stuff on defense, was in the right place. What kind of kid is he to coach?
He's a yes sir. You tell him to do something, he gets it done.
Yeah.
We flipped him over from he's been a kicker his whole career. He approached me this spring about playing defense. He's the fastest kid we have on our team. So we're working him at cornerback right now, and he's doing a phenomenal job there. But his continual growth there as well. So it's just a position he's out. Hadn't had a lot of experience playing.
Right. Good kid, though. Comes from a good family, too.
Yes,
so
yes.
Rocky Duncan seemed to have a good night on defense as well Friday night.
Yeah, Rocky was unblockable. He played great with his hands, tremendous effort to the ball. I can't give enough credit to Rocky and how he played and how he impacted our defense and kept guys off our linebackers.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's a night where it's hot. Game time temperatures was a heat index about 104, 105 degrees. I felt like your team responded well to that.
Yeah, overall, I thought our kids were in pretty good shape. We had a couple kids cramp up, but we've been practicing the heat. We continue to practice in the heat this week, but we have to. I tell our kids all the time that it's just as hot in Oologah as it's going to be in Skiatook. So we just got to get through it and we practice our way into shape.
So tonight, first road game, we're headed to Skiatook. We're on their home turf. Pretty similar situation as Collinsville. They're a class ahead of us. How has your preparation gone throughout the week getting ready for Skiatook?
Oh, it's going good. We have a good game plan going in. I always focus on us fixing our mistakes. That's the number one thing. We control what we can control, and that's the number one thing this week is to fix our mistakes from last week and eliminate self-inflicted penalties.
Coach, as always, it's great having you on. We'll be back with more of the Oologah pregame show. This is Mustang.
Hey, y'all, Jeff Foxworthy here. Now, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's why I'm filling in for Smokey to switch things up, because there's a lot more to say. And I should know because my grandfather was a firefighter. And one of the things he taught me is that the people that love the outdoors the most are often the ones accidentally starting wildfires, which means always BYOB. No, bring your own bucket to the campfire. And be extra careful with things like burning yard trimmings. Don't just walk away, or chances are you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our great sponsors for their support of Oologah Mustang football. Incentis Credit Union, providing innovative, affordable financial services. Sonic, drive in for a change. Inkwell Printing for all your printing and production needs. Cherokee Nation, Under Armour and BSN Sports, making an impact on the heart of the game. RCB Bank, that's my bank. And Subway, located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Eat fresh, Subway. Thank you for your support of Mustang Athletics.
Our sponsors are so important to what we're trying to do with our Mustang Athletics, and so we've got some incredible sponsors. I want to say a big thanks to them. I also want to say some thanks you as well to a guy by the name of Rick Fisher, who serves as our broadcast engineer. Rick is a part of our staff at Oologah-Talala Public Schools, and I think keeps things duct tape and baling wired together. We could not be doing the Mustang Live broadcast.
Don't forget the foil and the chewing gum.
That's right. When I walked into his room the other day, he had the foil on his head, so I'm not sure what that was all about. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're just a few minutes away from what will be the national anthem and the rest of the starting stuff that goes along with the Mustangs are in their travel jersey tonight, and it's just that there's nothing, if you're a Mustang, there's nothing about that beautiful royal blue and that Vegas gold that just crisp and pops on the field, and so they look sharp tonight. They're geared up and they are set ready to go. So guys, I want to go quickly around the horn. What do you think the keys are tonight's game? I know actually we are ready for the national anthem, so we're going to pause here for just a second and let the Skiatook band perform the national anthem. We are on the road tonight in Skiatook. That makes us the away team, and so we're in the press box opposite of the field. So I hope you could enjoy that, the Skiatook Bulldog Marching Band and their rendition of the national anthem to get our game started. The crowds are starting to come in. It's a beautiful night. The sun is hidden behind clouds. Game time temperatures about 80 degrees. Feels like 82 or 83 degrees down on the field, but a whole lot different story than where we were last week. And we are in the middle of our Oologah Mustang pregame show. Just before we went to the national anthem, I started to go around the horn and talk about what are the keys to tonight's game. Coach Winters, I know you've talked about defense. Brady, I know you looked at some stats. But Coach Winters, for you, if the Mustangs are going to sneak up into a class ahead of us, Skiatook's a 5A school, if we're going to come on the road and we're going to sneak out a win tonight, for you, what are you looking for? What are the keys of the game tonight?
Probably just like any other football game. Who controls the line of scrimmage? Our D line has to put some pain on their O-line between the tackles. We got to get up early like we did against Collinsville, the key defensive series, play the field position. I do believe if we jump out early, we're pretty good. So I'm looking at no turnovers early, amount of drive, great defense, get on top early, and I think that emotion will get it. It's Old Tulsa 7 conference, Old Tulsa 7.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of pride. There's a lot of pride.
In the early 90s, a long time ago, when I was a student at Oologah High School, there was a time that we went to the state championship game. Oologah has been to the state championship game 7 times. Twice we've come home with the gold ball. The other 5 we've come home with the silver ball. Skiatook beat us in district play, but then we went on to the state game, and I remember some of their athletes coming to one of our basketball games and saying, hey, man, we're cheering for you guys because we want to be able to say we beat the state champs. It's that old District 7. And, man, there were some rivalry games. There was some time that Oologah Skiatook, just some great games. I think you'll see some of that tonight as well. Brady, let's talk to you. What are your thoughts? What are your keys of the game? What stats are going to be significant tonight for Oologah to sneak out a win?
Well, looking back, Collinsville, we held them with under 200 yards, and we were close to 300. So, again, I think Coach Winters was right, controlling that line of scrimmage, offensive side, defensive side. I think, on the ground, I'd like to see us get over 200 yards again. We had 216, well, around 210 net last week. So I know that's something Coach Weeks would love to see. We just got to keep pounding the ball. And then I think we've got some key guys out there that can catch the ball too. So, try to take a chance, maybe hit a long shot when we got that too. I think if we do that, I think we got a great chance to win this game tonight.
Also, guys, don't forget special teams. I mean, Mason Powell, 2 huge field goals from the left hash, but then we give up the long kickoff touchdown after we dominated them on a last, end of the first half. So, again, special teams, I think, is huge.
If you're just joining us, you might have missed some of the pregame show early on. We are out some key components tonight, guys that are injured. We talked about Devin Anchorage played head-to-head collision last weekend against Collinsville, actually cracked 2 of his vertebrae in his neck, so we will be without Anchorage for the rest of the season. Love twisted an ankle, bruised something up down on the lower part of his leg. He will not see playing time tonight. We're still waiting on Huddleston, who's the middle linebacker of that defense, kind of serves somewhat as the quarterback on that defense. He has yet to play a snap this season. We've got week 4, maybe week 5 that are circled, hoping that we can have him back by the time we get to district play. And Coach Winters, you said, well, we have got to play loose tonight. I think that offense has really got to protect that quarterback, open up some of those spots so those running backs that I feel like had a good weekend last weekend against Collinsville, you need to break a run or 2 so you can open up. You want to bring their defense closer. Some of your receivers can get over the top, like Cooper Christian can maybe sneak one over. He's not a big, tall guy, but he's fast and he's slippery and can get out there. So I'm looking for, hopefully our offense can open up a little bit. And Coach Winters, you said it. We have got to play special teams. When I was watching film with Coach Weeks, we were watching that. And the kickoff return that they returned, the right side of our special teams were jogging down the line.
And don't think Skiatook didn't watch that film.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And Coach Weeks was ready to pull his hair out. Even though he keeps it high and tight, he was ready to pull his hair out. So we are just about ready to go to the coin toss. Coach Winters, talk to us about who the captains are for the Mustangs tonight.
Well, they told me 4, but the guys that are lining up at the 50 are different, so you may want to help me out there.
Looks like Chase Gibson is one of our captains tonight.
They lied to me.
Rocky Duncan is one of our captains. Go ahead, Coach.
Then we got Zach Wright, and we also have number 1, Mason Powell out there, and then number 30, Aiden Trimble.
Maybe you didn't notice this, but Mason.
Rocky Duncan.
Rocky Duncan's out there as well.
Yeah, Mason Powell was Offensive Player of the Week last week. Had a really good week. Had some good defensive plays as well. He was kicker for the Mustangs for a couple of years. Kind of came to Coach Weeks in the offseason last year said, hey, I'd like to give myself a shot on defense, and so they've used him quite a bit. And so the team captains are lined up on the side of the lines, and they are ready to go to midfield for the coin toss. Doug's going to go with him, so maybe he can carry the coin toss live. We do want to say some big thank yous to our superintendent of schools, Max Tanner, giving us the opportunity to do this with our inaugural year of broadcasting Mustang football. Assistant Superintendent Tony Sappington. You're going to hear from Tony in our halftime report. He's done some great stuff in the school system this year. We're going to talk more about that. Principal Kevin Hogue and the other high school staff. I think everybody's excited about our inaugural year of broadcasting Mustang athletics. Couldn't do this if it wasn't for our broadcast engineer, Rick Fisher, and Johnny Dermo in the booth with us tonight, and he is keeping stats and going to do his best to keep Brady and I honest on how we call this. So the captains are at midfield for halftime. We're going to take one more timeout. We'll come back with the coin toss and the kickoff. You're listening to Mustang Football.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi. Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Minute 30 seconds till kickoff. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg. I'm joined in the booth by Oologah Athletic Director Brady Despain, and on the sidelines, a guy that would give Chuck Norris a run for his money, our girls basketball coach, Doug Winters. And we have had the coin toss. I wasn't even paying attention. Did you see who won the toss?
He hasn't indicated yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
It looks like he's moving towards Skiatook.
Is this going to be another Steelers Super Bowl moment here or what? I don't know what's going on out there.
I thought we had won it.
And we are the visiting team tonight.
Yeah, we did win.
So the Mustangs have won the coin toss,
and
they have deferred, so they will take the ball in the second half. We are in the visiting stands. There's a lot of that beautiful royal blue in the stands and some of that navy gold as well. And the sun is directly beating down on the Mustang fans, so you see a lot of sunglasses, a lot of hands up over the eyes trying to block that sun so folks can watch what's going on down on the field. Gentlemen, it's Friday the 13th, and I hope that plays into our favor, that we would sneak into Skiatook's house tonight and maybe sneak out a win. As the Skiatook Bulldogs, if you're watching the live stream, they are taking the field now. We will tell you, when we travel, we're not exactly sure what kind of Wi-Fi and internet access we have, and so we're kind of at the mercy of a guest Wi-Fi system. So our stream may be spotty, but we're going to do our best to make sure you have a good, at least, audio broadcast. I want to thank all the folks that are joining us, that are watching on YouTube. You can certainly leave comments there as well. Athletic Director Brady Despain is watching that. We can answer anything, and we do our best as we go. The Mustang captains are on their way back to the locker room as they will join the rest of the Mustangs and get ready to take the field. The officials are having their final conversation. The coaching staff had their headsets on. The trainers are watered up and ready to go. And here they come. The Mustangs will take the field as the fans hit their feet and cheer on the blue and gold. Mustangs are wearing that travel white, navy blue numbers, and that Vegas gold pants with a beautiful gold helmet. As the Stallion Battalion plays the Washington and Lee Swing. Either one of you guys know the words to that?
I know a few of them.
I do, but I don't want to.
You don't want to show Brady up.
Cast.
You don't want to show Brady. Yeah, you don't. Back in the early 90s, there was a game that was in the teens. So the band's instruments were completely frozen up, but we stayed and we played, and we wound up just singing the fight song. Went to state that year. So the Mustangs will kick it off. Mason Powell doing the kicking duties for the Mustangs.
Looks like Skiatook's got number 20, Jaden Garner back deep, and number 5, Colby Pirtle.
Got our eye. His name is circled on our roster. He's done some good things for the Bulldogs so far this season. Bulldogs are in a solid red shirt, solid red helmet, and black pants. They should have just went all black. Good and hot, you know. And so we're ready to go. It's a beautiful night in Skiatook, Oklahoma. Partly cloudy, 80 degrees. And the referees are raising the roof.
I've already got the get back coach get on to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need a sideline warning down there.
Yeah, we almost got one we almost got a flag last week.
Courtesy of the broadcast crew.
I want to play.
Yeah, we're still having some issues.
It's
the play clock or 40-second, 25. They can't decide which one they want.
Yeah.
How about 65? Will that work or not?
That'll work too.
They'll have to keep it on the field.
Powell with his finger raised. He'll drop the hand and kick it away.
Here we go.
It's the Mighty Mustangs versus the Bulldogs of Skiatook, and there's the kick. It'll go to the right side. And it'll go out of bounds right about the 8-yard line, so it'll be a flag down on the play, and Skiatook will get a few extra yards as they get ready to start. So the Mustang defense will come out tonight. They want to set a tone early. They want to be strong. They want to stand up tall, and they want to do their best to just keep Skiatook off the board. Coach Winters, you talked about it in the pregame. Come out, make some early statements early, set the tone. We're not afraid to come to your house. We're here tonight to play football. The Bulldogs have been using their quarterback, number 6, Brian Pollard, considerably. Last week against Glenpool, they had a freshman quarterback. They let him in for a few series. But Pollard will carry most of the duties. So apparently on the field, there's some confusion about the new play clock rule. Coach Despain, maybe you can explain.
Well, this year they went to a 40-second, very similar to what the college level does, and unless it's like a dead ball situation or something like that, then they'll reset it to 25. We had a couple scrimmages. Dwight Tackett does ours, so he does a great job, but not everybody's used to it, so possibly having a few kinks here on Skiatook's side that they're just trying to work out with whoever's doing the play clock.
So there's a little bit of official delay in the action. These boys are ready to play this game and get started. So the officials will start the clock. Pollard will just keep the ball. He'll go up the middle, go to the left side, and he's going to gain about 6 on the carry. Carried out to about the 39-yard line.
Connor Davis looks like he had to come up and make the tackle there.
So they're going to call it a 5-yard carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from their own 40-yard line. Bulldogs will take time to huddle. They don't run a no-huddle offense. Pollard will be in the shotgun with a running back right behind him, 2 to the near side. Nobody's on the far side. They're going to hand it up the right side. Yes. He'll actually be stuffed.
Great job.
Good job by the left side of that defensive line.
Caden Smith was in there. Travis Rogers was in there. Bryce Jackson was in there. Great job filling that hole there.
Quite a story on Travis Rogers, the guy that was playing quarterback. Felt like the team could use him in different locations. He's turned out to be an incredible defensive player, does a great job. You'll see his number called tonight several times as a tight end as well. So one of those guys that just loves the Mustang family, loves the Mustang culture, and really has just shined in the spots that they've moved him to.
Yeah, it's been a great move for Travis and also for the team. I mean, it's been a great move.
Apparently the issue is we do not have a play clock, or they're having trouble getting it started. Now it's rolling. Shotgun snap. It's going to be a screen pass out to the left side, and they're going to drop him for about 2 yards loss.
Brennan Davis out there initially to make the tackle, and again, Caden Smith again. Great job out there.
So they were 3rd and 6, lost a couple, brings up about 4th and 8. So that Mustang defense did exactly, Coach Winters, what they wanted to do when they stepped on the field.
Again, created a third and a mid or third and long scenario, and again, a passing down, and that's not their strong suit.
Connor Davis back. You see the punt here from Garner.
And it's going to go out of bounds. And that referee is going to stop about the... Well, he's going to go all the way down to about the 22-yard line.
That's bull.
To get Coach Winter's opinion
he's
on
coming
it.
back. He's coming back.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
So he's going to stop about the 35-yard line. So the Mustangs
I was even with it, boys. I'm like, no.
First down and 10. Blake Salt served as the quarterback. That signature red sleeve. He believes he's tough enough to wear it. And we're going to have the officials stop.
The officials are very frustrated right now.
I don't think they have the
40-second.
I don't think they have the 40-second program incorrectly. Either that or he's not pushing the correct button.
I did see 40 flash up
Yeah,
one time.
I thought I did too, Doug.
Connor Davis is in the slot. Cole Powell's to the near side. Nobody on the far side. Salt's in the shotgun. He'll hand it off. He'll run up the right side of that line. Left side of the line.
Nice little run by Zach Wright.
Good. He'll gain about 5 on the carry.
Keeps that average going, about 5 yards.
Stop there on the Mustang 40-yard line.
Looks like they're running maybe a cover 2 and trying to put a little spy with the safety. We play action, we can have the middle wide open.
Brennan Davis to the near side. He's got a tight end in motion. It's Cole Riedel. And so Salt's just going to keep it. He's going to go up the left side, and he's going to get tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1.
Number 11, Alex Johnson, and linebacker there, came in, a little shoestring tackle.
Placed the ball down at the Mustang 42-yard line. 9 minutes and counting. We're just getting started in the first quarter. My name's Brent Kellogg, joined by Brady Despain and Coach Doug Winters, and you're watching the inaugural season of Mustang football. Cooper Christian will go to the far side, along with Brennan Davis. Zach Wright in the backfield. Salt to take the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Nobody is touching 11.
Same one.
Same one. He's just taking an
He
angle.
filled hard, and of course, that aggressiveness, I know Coach Weeks is going to notice that, him filling that hole aggressively. I'm sure he's got something planned for later on for that.
So Zach Wright actually carries the punting duties, which does give you considerable opportunity for a fake, because Zach also serves as one of our running backs. The Mustangs, I don't think this early in the ball game would pull a fake, so he's going to punt the ball. We'll go down to the Bulldog, about the 20. Ooh. Good Mustang bounce. It's going to stop about the Bulldog 18-yard line, so they'll take over 1st and 10. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout.
48-yard punt or so.
I'm glad you can do that math, because you got Coach Smith in here. Maybe he can help.
47. 46 is what the final total is. They said great punt there. Pin him deep.
We are on the road tonight in Skiatook, Oklahoma. They have yet to get the new rules figured out with the play clock situation. Officiating crew expressing a little frustration, but they're going to make do anyway.
Oh, dudes. This back judge is so mad.
He's not happy. If you can watch the stream, he's trying to give the booth a high five.
On the dead ball situation, on the whistle, the 25, it should be starting on the 25. If the play is still continuing, as soon as the ref throws the arm up, it goes to the 40.
So they've got a man in motion, but they'll hand it off up the middle.
Number 9, Reese Womack on the carry there. Had Cade Riedel in there on the tackle initially, looked like.
They're going to give him about a 4-yard gain, maybe. Ball is placed down at the Bulldog 18-yard line. Receiver to the far side, one to the near. 2 running backs in the backfield, and a tight end in motion. Mustangs with 4 down linemen. They're going to hand it off to the right side, and he'll just
Garner
get knocked
there.
out of bounds.
Great job of stringing that out. Short side of the field. He didn't have any room over there. Ran out of bounds.
Rocky Duncan just got tackled. He's not happy.
bring up about 3rd down and 5. We were in a similar situation last time. They tried a screenplay. The Mustang defense showed up strong.
Another 3rd down. If we can stop them here, we'll get great field position out of this.
We're about 12 minutes away from that sun setting behind the press box, so hopefully get the sun out of the stream if you're watching live on YouTube. 2 receivers to the far side, tight end to the near, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Skiatook, so with that timeout, we'll take one as well. We'll be back. This is Oologah Mustang football.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our great sponsors for their support of Mustang football. American Bus, providing transportation needs from 9 to 90. Performance Physical Therapy, helping you maximize your physical performance. All Smiles Dental, quality and affordable dental care. Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, serving Tulsa teachers since 1934. And Edwin Evers Pecans, Oklahoma-grown pecans, you can taste the difference. Thank you for your support of Oologah Mustang Athletics.
Mustangs are on the road tonight at Skiatook, America. It is a beautiful evening for football, 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The Mustangs are wearing that road white, that beautiful blue, and the Vegas gold. So not much, but a couple of 3-and-outs from both teams.
They're not punting
It is
unless the quarterback goes back.
3rd down and 3. It's a 3rd down situation.
Here we go again.
Two receivers to the far side. Nobody's on the near side. You've got a tight end and a running back in the backfield. He's going to drop back to pass. Going to go over the top, and Mason Powell in coverage.
Great coverage by Mason Powell back there. Timed it great. Ball was a little high, but Mason went up. Made sure number 20, Garner, didn't come down with that. Great play. 4th down. Could get some great field position out of this right here.
Man, I can see that in the 4th quarter, maybe when you're behind, but my goodness.
If you can get your offense to get a 1st down, if you can get the ball across midfield and start to set some tone, you've held Skiatook to 2 3-and-outs. This is a great opportunity for the Mustang offense. You know, Coach Weeks and his coordinators have been talking to the guys while they've been on the sidelines.
Davis is going to get a return here.
He's going to get a return. Picks it up at the 50-yard line. And it's about an 11-yard, 16-yard return. So puts the Mustangs in great field position.
Sorry, Mustang fans. I thought it was 4th down when they tried to throw the ball.
We'll forgive you on that one, winners.
That's my age.
So they are going to spot the ball down at the Bulldog 34-yard line.
You're right.
Chase Gibson step in as receiver. He'll go to the far side. Cooper Christian to the far side. Salts in the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off up the left side, and he's going to break free for about a 9-yard gain. Knocked out of bounds. Zach
started that inside and then popped it back outside and got a pretty good gain there, close to 9 yards, looks like, maybe 8.
That left side of the line just doing an incredible job, just creating some separation there, giving him just a moment to squeeze through there and actually squeeze to the outside, come towards the sideline.
Nice job by Brennan Davis out here on the outside to seal the corner.
2nd down and a yard to go. Ball's placed down the 25-yard line. Salts in the shotgun snap. He's going to drop across the middle to his tight end. He's going to gain about 8 on the play, so that'll be good for a Mustang 1st down and 10.
Little RPO action looked like from Salt there. Pulled it and then had Travis right there in the middle. Travis, great catch. Ran over one guy to get a couple extra yards.
He's a big target, too, so he was right open, right in front of those linebackers. A big target for Salt to hit, and that'll just move the chains. Ball spotted down at the 11-yard line, so you would have an opportunity to get a 1st down just before you got to the end zone. So it's 1st down and 10 from the Bulldog 11. Cade Riedel was in motion. They're going to hand it off up. Actually, Salt's going to keep it, go up the left side.
Tell you what, that 11 is an aggressive linebacker.
Well, that last pass play, just like you said, Coach Weeks had that count.
Caught him sneaking in.
On
that RPO.
Yeah, he's definitely aggressive. So that again, we could use that right there. Blake kept it. Still got a couple yards, look like.
Carry of 2 yards on the play for junior quarterback Blake Salt. He's a good kid. He's a smart kid. They've trusted him to run this Mustang offense. It's 2nd down and 8. The ball spotted down on the 9-yard line. So he's going to hand it off up the left side. He's going to gain about 5 on the play.
Nice little cutback by Wright there. Tell you what, we got Bonner over here blocking his guy all the way to the sideline, and Skyler Wisenhunt as well. That's what we like to see, those linemen.
Aiden Trimble going to check into the lineup for the Mustangs. He'll step into the backfield. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. It is 3rd down and 5. The Mustangs have the ball on the Bulldogs' 6-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side. There's nobody to the short side of the field. Trimble will go in motion, come up beside Salt. A little screen pass out to the right side to Brennan Davis.
Hey, he got in.
He's
Great
going to
play.
score a touchdown.
Swung it out to the long side out there to Brennan Davis. Got a couple good blocks out there from, looks like Cooper was out there. Man, great job. Man, he stretched it out too. He got hit, but stretched it out, got it right across the plane, in for 6.
So with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter, Mustangs will strike first blood. And it all started with a great punt return. Had a good punt return, I believe was Connor Davis. Ball's down, Mason Powell's kicks on the way, and it's good. The Mustangs will take a 7-0 lead. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. This is Mustang football.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Four minutes and 44 seconds in the first quarter. The Mustangs on their second possession will strike first. Was set up with a good punt return, set up with a good screen play. Mustangs will go first. Give Coach.
Tell you what, talk about special teams. We scored the touchdown, but that snap was a little high. Cooper Christian did a great job of grabbing that and getting it down, and where Mason could get a good leg in it. So that's key right there. That extra point that could have been right over Cooper's head. But great job of grabbing that. So
Mason Powell kicked off to start the game as the Mustangs kicked off to the Bulldogs. The first kickoff went out of bounds. He's probably going to do his best to keep this one between the hashes. And there's the kick. He's going to pooch it. They're going to call a fair catch at the 40-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over. A couple of scores going on around the area. A lot of schools are in what would be non-conference play or non-district play.
Yeah, just some of noteworthiness here. Wagner and Pryor. It's Wagner 7, Pryor 6 right now. Berry Hill, Fort Gibson 7-0. That's his 4A. Hilldale, we play later on there, 0-0 with Shakota.
We play Hilldale next weekend. We're on the road, a little road trip to Hilldale. And then we will be back at home the following weekend, and it's homecoming. Mustangs will host Cleveland on September, I believe, 27th it is, as we host homecoming. You can catch all of that on our website, Oologah-Mustangs.com. So the Bulldogs are in action. 2 receivers to the far side. The running back will come out of the backfield. They're going to try a screen play.
Double pass.
Actually going to pass the double. You've got a guy wide open down the field, and he's going to make the catch at the Mustang 20.
That's a heck of a catch.
Heck of a catch.
Number 24, Thomas Reed there. Nice little catch.
Aiden Trimble out in coverage, and Aiden was just in trouble. He was gaining steps on him, and Aiden just could not keep up.
The kid made a nice play. It wasn't right on the money. He dove to get that. That's a nice play by him catching that ball. And we got to tighten up here on defense.
So they're going to flip the field. They're going to put the ball down at the Mustang 20-yard line. So the Bulldogs are in the red zone for the first time tonight. 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Click it in the first quarter. The officials are going to stop the clock. Mustangs are using 3 down linemen at this point. You can hear in the background the beautiful sound of the Oologah Stallion Battalion. They are in full marching swing. Coming up in just a couple of weekends, they will host what's called the Stallion Battalion Invitational. Bands from, some from our class, some from classes lower. A lot of 2 and 3A bands will come to Oologah. It's a beautiful Saturday. We just host a John does an incredible job hosting a competition.
Tell you what, the play clock situation is not getting any better, and I think our side's getting ready to have a little more frustration as well. It's kind of killing the.
So what are the rules on that, guys? Can they throw a penalty to the home team? Would that be considered as a sideline infraction? I know that they're talking with the head coach right now.
It's like I said, we're lucky to have who we have running ours, and we talked to the officials during both our scrimmages, and we had our guys there working the clock and doing all that, so we would be ready to go.
Excellence is a big deal on Oologah campus. We want to make sure we do things well. We want to make sure we host teams well when they come and make sure that they're taken care of. Coach Weeks is just chatting it over with the line judge.
It just makes it more difficult, guys.
Absolutely.
They'll get frustrated and say, turn it off. We're going to keep it on the field. The bad thing is for coaches and quarterbacks trying to get the play off in time, you got to pay attention to the back judge. It just changes the game.
Well, it does change the game. And the speed of the game today, teams just typically play a little bit faster than what they would a decade ago. And that play clock does come into play. That's why they changed the rules. And so it would create some frustration if you're the visiting team. We had a Mustang on the end of the line. He jumps, so that'll move the Bulldogs 5 yards. They've got trips to the near side and one to the far side in the I formation. You don't want to fall apart here, defense. You want to make sure you get a good stop. You let a receiver get behind you on a double pass play to flip the field and put the Bulldogs at the 20. He's going to drop back. He's going to pass, but ball's thrown behind his receiver. Number 20 is their intended receiver. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And the ball is placed at the 20-yard line. No, excuse me, on the 15-yard line.
Connor Davis was right there, but
I was just watching the scoreboard, and the scoreboard's not right either. So
first home game.
First home game. You've got strips to the right, receiver to the left, offset eye. Quarterback's going to drop back, but he's going to get caught behind the line. That Mustang defense is going to try to collapse on him.
Boy, Chase Gibson was right there, just slipped out of his grasp, but we had a couple others come in there and didn't give up on the play, so I think he ended up getting a couple yards out of it, but
looked like Chase and Rocky Duncan just managed. Chase slowed him down. Rocky was able to finish the tackle. Trips to the far side, trips to the near side, one to the far. Brian Pollard, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. You've got Reese Womack as their running back in the backfield. Kind of a big, stocky, might be an old throwback to a fullback type running back. They're going to throw across the middle, but the pass will be knocked away, incomplete.
Connor Davis, great coverage there, great coverage. Tell you what, they've been in that same formation for 3 straight plays there, so trying to spread us out a little bit, maybe, Coach Winters?
For sure. When I was defensive coordinator at Hilldale, this is what Oologah used to do. They'd get in that same formation as fast as they can, and the guy calling it upstairs gets to see what we're in our base, and then he'll make a signal call.
4th down and 3. The Bulldogs going to bring their kicking unit on. He's going to kick it right up to the middle, and it's good. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter, so the Bulldogs will hit the scoreboard as well. Mustangs have a 7-3 lead. You're listening to Mustang Football.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our incredible sponsors for their support of Oologah Mustang Football. Texoma Tractor. We offer construction project management, IT services, equipment rental, facility maintenance, and more. EOC. At Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, we specialize in you. Rod Henry Construction, offering all of your storm shelter, septic, and aerobic system needs. Mid-America Feeds, highest quality livestock feed and service. Raising Cane's Chicken, a popular chicken finger brand with a focus on community. Advanced Homes, quality construction for your family's dreams. Thank you for your support of Mustang Athletics.
The Mustangs are in kickoff return formation. The Bulldogs will kick away. If you're just joining us, welcome to Oologah Mustang Football. Mustangs have a 7-3 lead. My name is Brent Kellogg. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Joined in the booth by Brady Despain on the sideline. Coach Doug Winters and history teacher proficienado.
That's right.
Doug can tell a story better than anyone, so they say.
I don't know. That story you told to begin the program was pretty good stuff.
Cooper Christian, Connor Davis back deep.
The Bulldogs are going to pooch kick it.
Davis
is going to get a few yards off of it. He's actually going to get the ball almost to midfield. They're going to knock him out of bounds about the Mustang 48-yard line.
Looks like he's going to spot him about the 46. Looks like over there still. Well, that sun, man, another 5 minutes, I think we're good.
Another 5 minutes. Well, it dropped almost behind the press box, but then the sun decided to move a little bit to the north. And you had some scores. Did you give some scores going on?
Yeah, just if you wanted some of the bigger games in the higher classes, we had Owasso and Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow's leading 7-0 right now, and then Jinx and Union, they are tied up in the first quarter.
Jinx lost last weekend to Bigsby. A lot of shock, a lot of conversation this week. So the Mustangs are back at it. They're going to hand the ball off the right side. Zach Wright's going to carry it for looks like maybe about 9 or maybe 10.
Boy, the pile pushed him forward, I think.
So they're not moving the chains just yet. They want to see the spot. Yep, it'll be good for a Mustang first down and 10.
Great job. Had a little Chase Gibson in motion that time. Probably tried to hold that linebacker up a little bit. And Zach Wright made a good cut. Got up, gain of about 11 or 12 there.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Mustangs have played a clean football game so far. We haven't seen any penalties.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, thank you for that. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Salt in the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off up the right side again. Looks like he'll gain maybe a couple.
Zach Wright once again along the right side there. Might have gave him 3.
Mustangs are on the road next weekend. We'll travel to Hilldale. You can get all of the school athletic schedules on our website, the traditional sites there, but you can also, if you can't remember that, just go to Oologah-Mustangs.com and it'll take you right to the school homepage and you can see all the activities. We've got students at an FFA that are at the Rogers State or at the Rogers County Fair this weekend. Handoff up the right side to Zach Wright.
Came back to that same play again.
Get back to the same play.
Chase Gibson in motion. Zach along the right side.
Wade Bright will check into the lineup as Zach comes out.
Man, big third down right here to keep a little bit momentum. They scored. Let's keep this momentum going and put some more points on the board.
Scoreboard says it's a 3rd down and 3. The ball is placed down on the Bulldog 35-yard line. Chase Gibson will come out. Mustangs would like to convert here. They would like to strike blood again. They're in a big set. You've got a receiver to the far and a receiver to the near side, but they're on what would almost look like a goal line stand. Salt's going to drop back. He's going to scramble. He's just going to tuck it and run, and he's going to run to the left side, and he's going to get that first down.
Great hustle there.
He'll run all the way to the track. Good hustle from junior quarterback Blake Salt.
Tell you what, you showed how smart Blake Salt is right there. He knew he was going to be close. Stuck that ball on his outside hand to make sure he got that extra foot or two.
Yeah, his receiver, Brennan Davis, was running almost a slant to the middle of the field. But the linebackers picked that up, so Blake saw a lot of open grass, so he took the ball, just tucked it, and ran.
I think that's fast as Coach Weeks moved. He wasn't happy about something since he was at Pitt State, I think.
Somebody didn't do something right.
Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Cooper Christian to the far side. They're going to hand the ball up the left side again, and he might break it. He's going to gain about 11 on the play, but boy, it sure looked good.
Wade Bright on the left side. Again on the left side. Great push up there. Got a nice gain. Move the chains again.
They're going to spot the ball down right square on the Bulldog 20-yard line. The Mustangs at this point are driving and doing well. Cooper Christian to the far side. You got Brennan Davis to the near side, a big line for the Mustangs. They're just going to keep handing the ball off. They're going to make him stop the run.
Wade Bright
He's going to go right up the right side, pick up about 4.
Tell you what, we talked about that line of scrimmage right now. Offensive line's getting a good push, keeping that ball on the ground. If we can get 5-6 yards on first down every time, I know Coach Weeks will take that every time.
We're under a minute to play, 52 seconds, and the clock is running because it was a run play. In the first quarter, Mustangs have a 7-3 lead. We'll do our break at quarter to maybe give you some first quarter stats on rushing yards and passing yards. Cooper Christian will go to the far side. Brennan Davis to the near side. Mustangs are staying in a big set. They're going to hand the ball off the left side. Connor Davis going to make a block for him. And he's going to pick up about 8. That'll be enough for a Mustang first down and 10. He's knocked out of bounds. So the clock will stop.
Again, Zach Wright kind of pops it outside. And he's got enough speed to get around that corner. He's got a good burst, so keep the ball on the ground and keep the chains moving.
They're going to bring big Rocky Duncan into the lineup. Rocky plays fantastic on the defensive line, but he's going to come in and play on the offensive line.
They can't call this Rhino package right here.
A high snap, handoff up the left side. He'll pick up a couple. Zach Wright on the carry. Clock still running. Mustangs could let it go to quarter.
I think it.
There's 13 seconds of counting, and they're going to get it off. The ball's placed down on the Bulldog 4-yard line. Saul with two running backs in the backfield. Nobody in the receiver position. You got a tight end in motion. They're going to hand it off.
That left side again.
Go all the way. Touchdown for
there it is, left side.
Zach Wright.
Popped it outside again, got to the edge.
They saw something right there. They wanted to hurry and get that last play in before they can make an adjustment at quarter.
Well, they made a change, too. They shuffled a couple guys out, too. So I think that edge, they've got that edge all night. So they felt comfortable about that.
They brought in the bigger line. They seemed to put some of their bigger guys, brought some of their defensive linemen in. They just kind of padded things up a little bit and got Zach around to the left side on the outside, and they will put another 6 points on the board. Mason Powell will step on, kick the extra point. Cooper will tap the ground. Ball's down. It's on the way. And it's good. Mustangs are going to take a 14-3 lead as we end the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout, get some stats for you as we get ready to start the second quarter. You are listening to Mustang Football.
Lakeside State Bank has been serving Rogers County since 1976. At Lakeside State Bank, our goal is to ensure that our community will enjoy the benefits of a locally owned and operated financial institution and to provide quality services no matter how simple or complex your banking requirements may be. We proudly offer you the latest in banking technology. Banking convenience is available through any touch-tone phone, internet banking from your home or office computer, and we provide a website full of information. We offer a wide variety of services in personal banking, business banking, loans, and mortgages. We are here to serve you with two convenient locations in Chelsea at 516 Walnut Street and on the corner of Highway 88 and 169 in Oologah. Visit our website at lakesidebank.com for more information on how we can serve you. Lakeside State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Well, we have got a quarter in the books. We are getting ready to start the second quarter as the Mustangs will kick off to start the quarter. If you're just joining us, welcome to Mustang Football. My name is Brent Kellogg, joined in the booth by Athletic Director Brady Despain, and on the sidelines, Coach Doug Winters. The Mustangs are ready to kick it away. The Bulldogs are in their reception set, if you will. Mason Powell will do the kickoff duties. Last kick, they just pooched it. Bulldogs took over about the 40. I think they'd probably like to send this one down a little further. Now, if they're going to run the same play, they'll call for a fair catch. They'll down at about their own 28-yard line.
That's what they're wanting to do the first time. Anything inside the 30 is bonus.
So first quarter stats here. Got Zach Wright, 10 carries for 48 yards. Blake Schultz, 3 for 3 for 29. Travis is the big receiver, 1 catch, 13 yards. Total yards were sitting at 92. Skiatook sitting at 51. But 40 yards came on that one play, Brent.
Better hustle, boys.
So the Bulldogs have a receiver to the far side, and they've got two to the near. Tight end's going to step out almost to be what would be in the slot, but he's on the line. The officiating crew is just having a wonderful time.
Is he snapping out there?
He's snapping. He's trying to get that
getting the beat going,
started.
I think.
And so the Bulldogs pass to the right side, but it's too high. Pass incomplete. Bring up second down and 10.
Tell you what, Mason Powell right there. They went to the Garner kid, which we talked about. Man, he read that well, made a good break on it. Didn't even get a chance to catch that.
You notice they put him on the other side to see if he could.
Yeah.
They went away from Connor.
Checking the other DB.
Yes.
The welcome chant of the Mustang fans. Sometimes doing what our student section does well. Remember some Wagner basketball games that got a little spicy. 3 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near. They've got a running back. Basically the offset eye. Quarterback's going to drop back, a little screen play across the middle. He's going to gain maybe about 3.
Aiden Trimble read that nicely, came up, shed the block. Nice tackle. Only a gain of a couple there.
That'll bring up about 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Coach Winters, you surprised they're going through the air as much as they are right now?
No, I'm not. I think our linebackers and D-line are proving that they're a little bit tougher inside. And again, number 20 is a great athlete, so they're wanting to get the ball in his hands.
Trips to the far side, and a fumble snap, and the Mustang defense, Chase Gibson's going to stop him back, and he's going to lose probably about 11. Have to do some quick math on that, so that'll set him back way behind the chains, bring up a 4th down. So the Mustangs have held a 3-and-out to get the second quarter started.
About a 14-yard loss, looks like.
We'll take it.
12. They said 12.
Got Connor Davis. He's standing right on the S at midfield to receive for the Mustangs. I believe this is the 3rd punt of the night for the Bulldogs.
Garner back to do the punting duties as well. Line drive.
And hit right to Connor Davis.
Return
he's going to get a block. And he's coming to the right side. But they're going to throw laundry down on the field, so it'll come back.
Man.
Got what they'll most likely call a block in the back. We'll let them make the official call. I don't get paid to wear stripes. I get paid to talk about football.
Thought Mason Powell got his head around there, but it was close.
We could go to our broadcast engineer, Rick Fisher, for some instant replay.
We may have to go to the admin for some extra money before we get the instant replay.
It's coming. We're excited about our inaugural year of Mustang football. I know especially some of these away games, maybe moms and dads or works or aunts and uncles may live out of town and get the chance to watch their kids or nephews play football.
Exactly right on that. Had Bryce Jackson's mom called me earlier today, asked about it. She was going to be in an airport and out of town, so hopefully she's listening in and cheering us on.
So the officials are going to talk about it, and they're going to move the ball back. What would have been a pretty good return. Actually, he's going to set it back from about 5 yards from where he first caught the ball. He caught it right at midfield, so they'll move it back to the Mustang 45-yard line. It's okay. Mustangs will take over a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10. Brennan Davis be the far side receiver. Salt operates best out of the shotgun snap. You got a defender trying to get on the field because Skiatook didn't have enough players on the field. Cooper Christian will be to the near side. And Salt's just going to keep it up the right side. He'll gain right in front of us. Maybe gain about 5.
Boy, he was about a half a second more on a block from going probably 10 or 15 there. Good first down play again, though. Getting positive yards every first down play, so that's great.
Blake hadn't thrown the ball a lot tonight, but when he has thrown it, it's been perfect. He's 3 for 3 on his completions tonight. 10 minutes left until halftime. Mustangs have a 14-3 lead. Want to thank you for joining us on the inaugural year of Mustang football. Ball spotted down at the Mustang 49-yard line. It's 2nd down and about 6.
Got Chase Gibson near side here.
Brennan Davis to the far side. Salt's going to drop back. He's looking to pass.
Take a look at Gibson.
Chase wide open. Just a little bit overthrown. But, boy, if he could have connected with him, that would have put 6 more on the board.
It was there.
Post was there. The post was there.
Chase Gibson, just a big, tall, multi-sport athlete, one of our basketball players as well. So Coach Smith will get him after the completion of football season.
Had to take a chance there. I mean, it's been there.
It's been there.
So I bet you we go back to that again here before this game's over.
They're doing so much run support with the 2 deep safeties that play action froze them. They could get them on that post route.
So Gibson came off, but Coach said, nope, get back in there. So 3 receivers to the far side. There's nobody on the short side of the field. Salt on the shotgun snap. Looking again to Chase Gibson. He's going to drop it at midfield. Oh, and he had about 4 yards of grass in front of him. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6, and the Mustang punt team will come on the field for the 2nd time tonight.
Defensively, though, we've been strong. So, right here, pin them deep again, and we'll still have plenty of time to get the ball back in the second quarter to make another drive.
Make sure you join us for the Mustang halftime show. We got an interview with Assistant Superintendent Tony Sampington. Our school made local news here a couple of weeks ago, a program that was kind of Tony's brainchild. What a great punt. Just a little bit too far. It'll go all the way into the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 25. But it has sit down at halftime and talk with Assistant Superintendent Tony Sappington. Got a program, Coach Winters, I think you were a part of, that was in the high school, not last week, but the week before last, and we'll talk about that. Also, we're going to interview our Athlete of the Week for Mustang Broadcasts. She is a pitcher for the softball team.
Who is rolling, we might add.
Did you see the article in the Tulsa World?
A nice article in the Tulsa World by Ben Johnson. softball's doing well right now.
They are 18-1.
18-1.
8-0 in the district.
8-0 in the district. I would guess they're going to be in the top 1 or 2 in the state. I was looking for those rankings today on the Oklahoma Secondary Activity Association website. Wasn't any there. So we're going to talk to Kenzie Chacon coming up at halftime. You're not going to want to miss that. Time out on the floor, field, whatever you want to call it. We'll be back. This is Mustang Football.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our great sponsors for their support of Oologah Mustang Football. Incentis Credit Union, providing innovative, affordable financial services. Sonic, drive in for a change. Inkwell Printing for all your printing and production needs. Cherokee Nation, Under Armour, and BSN Sports, making an impact on the heart of the game. RCB Bank, that's my bank. And Subway, located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Eat fresh, Subway. Thank you for your support of Mustang Athletics.
Nine minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the first half. You're watching and listening to Oologah Mustang football. We are on the road tonight at Skiatook. The Mustangs, in 2 of their first 4 possessions, have managed to get touchdowns on the board. Skiatook snuck out a big pass play. They were able to flip the field and get a field goal out the end of that drive. They're going to hand the ball off up the right side.
You see that, Winters?
Down.
You see that? You talked about Rocky getting tackled. He got tackled again. They caught that one.
I guarantee it. They watched film last week of that game he had. They got to do something with him. He's a beast.
It's going to take him back 10 here.
Chase Gibson, one of our both-way athletes. We have several guys on our roster that will play both offense and defense. When it's not 104 degrees on the field, it does kind of help in their conditioning. It's not quite so hot and dehydrated. So they're going to move the Bulldogs behind the chains.
Another update in scores. Wagner 14, Pryor 12 now. 4A. Another big game in 4A and 3A. You got Clinton ranked number 3. Heritage Hall ranked number 1. Heritage Hall's leading 7-0 right now.
Pollard, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Lascute is running back up just a little bit. He's going to drop back pass across the middle. And he's going to be over his intended receiver, number 12. He's just going to run off.
Once again, number 44, Rocky Duncan, back there putting the pressure on the quarterback. Had to get rid of it a little early. Threw it high.
Holding call has moved the Bulldogs behind the chains. A 2nd down and 20. A little bit dangerous territory to be throwing the ball. Ball's placed down at the Bulldog 10-yard line.
Tell you what, man, keep this up right here. We're going to get some great field position once again. They hadn't ran it in a while here. They've been throwing the ball quite a bit, like Doug said.
Screen draw.
He's going to drop back. He's going to look for his receiver, but timing route. Receiver just got caught up in traffic. Connor Davis stopped him at the line, so he was 5-6 yards away from making that completion.
Little hitch and go, a little hook and go, something there.
Yes, it was.
So good coverage from Connor Davis on the corner. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left till halftime. Mustangs lead 14-3. It's going to be 3rd down and 20. The ball is spotted down at the Bulldog 10-yard line, so they're back deep in their own territory. You want to get a stop here. You want to keep them from getting anything. You'd love to make them punt.
Watch the wheel.
Burn that clock. 2 receivers to the near side. The Bulldogs will move right to left. They're just going to hand it off up the right side. He almost broke loose. But Rocky Duncan's going to make the stop.
Aiden Trimble there as well. Grabbed on the ankles. Another local score. Our rivals last week, Collinsville, up 14-7 at Bartlesville right now.
It's like about 4th down and 13, 4th down and 12. So the Bulldogs are punt.
Another Rogers County score. Claremore 17, Sapulpa 7.
Connor Davis just about midfield. He's standing on the Skiatook S. He's hungry for another return. Here's the punt. They're going to kick it right to him. He's got some room to move. Going to go up the middle.
Oh, he's got to
break it outside. Nice little cutback.
Nice return.
He'll get about 17 yards on that return.
Connor's shifty there. He's going to find some space every time. So.
Connor Davis, just a great kid. Comes from a great family as well. He's a multi-sport athlete.
Man, we can be streaky, but when he's on, he can fill it up. No doubt about that.
3rd down and 7. The ball is placed down at the Skiatook 30-yard line. So the Mustangs not far from their own field goal position. All set up from great defense, making them kick out of their own punt out of their own end zone. Ball was caught at midfield on the punt return. Got some yardage out of it. Salt in the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off at the middle. He's going to gain maybe enough for that Mustang first down.
Tell you what, 54, Nathan Langbein there, pulled and had a great block, man.
It's good to see him out there. He missed game 1.
Travis Rogers is going to step in the tight end spot for the Mustangs. Chase Gibson will come out.
Come up 3rd and short here.
7:19, and the clock is ticking. Go ahead, Coach.
My bad. He missed scrimmage 2. He did suit up for game 1. Did a great job.
You got Zach Wright in the backfield. Mustangs have no reason other than to run the ball. They've been able to do it very well all night. They've averaged about 4 yards a carry. We'll go up the left side. He'll cut back up the middle. He's going to gain enough for a Mustang first down and 10.
Guys, on that last series, first down, we got like 4, and then we went pass. And I don't
drawing them in.
I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to.
Oh, Coach Weeks said, no. Let's get back to the ground.
Yes.
Let's get back to the ground.
Ball spotted down at the 18-yard line. It's a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. 6 minutes, 50 seconds till halftime. Mustangs hold a 14-3 lead.
Coach Weeks knows how to keep them honest, though, throwing that pass in every once in a while, though.
Good offensive. He's our head coach, but also runs the offensive coordinator. Salt's going to pass out a screen pass to the right side.
Swing it out to Brennan Davis there.
Go, Brady.
I've watched Coach Weeks for a while now.
He's a part of the Mustang family, played as a Mustang, coached in our system for quite a while.
Hall of Fame at Pittsburgh State, All-American at Pittsburgh State. Has brought a lot into Oologah coming back. I mean,
Such a small guy. Was he the kicker at Pitt State? Is that?
Hey, I heard he was a mean dude, man. He was a mean dude.
I wouldn't want to
he would block you. He would block you to the track. That is what they said. Until that whistle blew.
Cooper Christian and Brennan Davis will be to the far side. There's nobody on the near side. Salt's going to take the handoff snap.
Yeah, baby.
Right up the left side.
Wade Bright there on the carry that time.
Right behind the left side of that line, and they are just
first down and 10.
It's first down goal for the Mustangs. So they'll drop the chains.
We are approaching 100 yards on the ground for the first half. Looks like we're about at 96 yards right now. So
first down and goal from the 6. 2 receivers will come to the near side of the field. Mustangs move left to right, wearing their white travel jerseys. Going to hand it off up the right side. He's going to get us.
Wade Bright cut it back.
North-south.
Boy, he got close. But we've got flags down on the play, so we're going to talk about this one.
Looks like we might be coming back on that one.
Mustangs will be on the road next weekend as we travel to Hilldale. 2 weeks from now, we'll be hosting our own homecoming festivities as we will host Cleveland. So what was the call?
Holding.
Holding on the Mustangs. They'll back them up. If there were chains, it'd put us behind the chains. So it's first down and goal from the 16-yard line. 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
Got Travis Rogers over here on the right side here.
He's got trips to the left side. Chase Gibson in the slot. Cooper Christian, Connor Davis, or Brennan Davis. Get the Davis boys mixed. They are not related. Handoff, going to go up the left side of that line again.
Got some of that back.
Wade Bright on the carry. I say they're not related. They're not related, are they?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're Mustang blood. That's about it.
Mustang family.
Tell you what, getting 3 is key here. At least 3. Don't want to make any mistakes here. Put some points on the board.
You can't get another first down. It's second down and 8. The ball's on. It's not second down and 8. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. You'd sure like to punch this in and go in at halftime feeling pretty good about yourself. Clock's at 5 minutes and
Travis
16
Rogers
seconds and counting.
On the left side there now.
We got Salt's going to fumble the snap, but he's going to manage to pick it up. Just kind of a botch play from the snap. Got it to Cooper. Got it to Brennan Davis. Yeah. Brennan couldn't do much.
Kind of threw that whole thing off there.
Zach Ryan will step into the lineup for the Mustangs.
Mason, I think, kind of likes the left hash here, so I'm thinking, what are you thinking, Winters?
He does like the other hash for sure. No Oskies.
Get this ball back to the center, maybe on the left side a little bit here. Get along that left side, maybe break one in the end zone.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd put it in the end zone.
Travis Rogers.
Chase Gibson's going to be to the near side. They're going to drop back. He's going to look for Chase in the end zone, and he's going
back shoulder, baby. I was wrong, and I'm glad.
My goodness.
You two were setting up the field goal.
Oh, no.
The bandy's the one that called. Oh, we got a flag down.
He's going to call a flag on Bonner.
Is that after the play, though?
I believe so. He pancaked the guy after the touchdown.
They're going to call it a dead ball.
They should.
Illegal scoring on the home team's what the call is.
Is there a blocking too hard?
It's a dead ball foul.
You've got that sheet up here. Is there? Okay, touchdown's good, so that's good. They'll probably take it on the kickoff, be my guess. They probably have that option.
So with 4:26, Blake Salt's going to throw a pass on the right side to Chase Gibson. Chase dropped the last pass, 2 passes ago, but this one he's going to score a touchdown on it.
That's a great timing on that little back shoulder throw there.
Beautiful.
Chase made a great play. Blake made a great throw. Now they're going to put him back on the extra point here.
He's going to make it anyway.
Yeah. I figured I thought they would have the option to take it on the kickoff, but maybe not.
Mason is a soccer player as well, so he's got the leg.
Basically be about a 35-yard field goal here. He's definitely got that leg.
Weeks is definitely disagreeing. He just carried out the block protecting his quarterback. We got in the end zone. They were still engaged, and Bonner pancaked him.
Line of scrimmage is about the 18-yard line. So we're just going to march up and down the field.
It's kind of what I was talking about. I figured Coach Miller would want to take that on the kickoff.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, that's what he ended up doing.
They come running out after they marched it back. They're running back out.
Yeah. We're 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Some of the officiating is it's been fine tonight. It's the play clock. It's the when are we going to take the kicks tonight? Just kind of put a pause to the game.
It's early season.
Early season. Ball down, kicks on the way, and it's good.
Great job. Kicked it right through the uprights.
He'll be perfect tonight on his extra points. With 4:26 left to play, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Mustang Football.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? Amid the chaos? Or is the best time perhaps today? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It was all set up by a great punt return from Connor Davis. Put the Mustangs in good field position. They ran the ball a lot, but when the time they've completed some passes, the touchdown was to Chase Gibson over the right side. And the Mustangs will take a 21-3 lead. There is 4 minutes and 26 seconds left to play until halftime. Make sure you join us for the Mustang Halftime Show. Spend some time with Assistant Superintendent Tony Sappington. And also we're going to talk to one of our softball players, Kinsey Chacon, fantastic young pitcher. She is perfect on the year. In games that she has pitched, she is 10-0.
Yeah, she's definitely, her and Bailey Runner both, man. Boy, they've been pitching great. Great.
So we're going to
I think he
kick it.
Might have got a little bit of the T on that one, looks like.
Special teams played such a huge role in the game last weekend for Collinsville. Collinsville missed both of their PATs, would have actually tied or even given them a 1-point lead at one point. And when I talked to Coach Weeks this week during our prep meeting, he just said, man, we want to spend some time on extra teams. We don't want to be in that situation. So tonight our kickoff game hasn't been as strong as it has the last two outings. The Bulldogs will take over in Mustang territory. Ball's at about the 42-yard line. Fresh set of downs. First down and 10. Mustangs with 4 down linemen. Going to the air again. So you can hear through the microphone the reaction from the Mustang crowd. Cooper Christian got tangled up with their receiver. And that backside referee threw a flag and called it pass interference, so that'll move the ball and the chains.
Not sure if that would have been catchable, but he did get him a little early, but I don't think it would have been catchable. Hard to tell.
I'll just keep my mouth shut. That's a good call, and he was behind him. It may have been 6.
True. Sometimes, you don't mind taking that.
I was just looking at it at this angle. It's tough.
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Tell you what, Wausau was up 14-7 on Broken Arrow. Looking at Barry Lewis on the Twitter there, sounds like Broken Arrow's moved the ball up and down the field, but costly fumbles.
Playing a new quarterback.
Oh! Ooh. Boy, a little higher, Brennan Davis.
Mason Willingham is their freshman quarterback. Played a few snaps last weekend. He's going to play a drive tonight as well, so they must see something in him. Give him that opportunity. 4 minutes, 18 seconds till halftime. Mustangs have a 21-3 lead.
Boys, all he saw was 44.
Yep. Tell you what, Jinx definitely must have had a little pep talk or tough practice or something that got him going. They're up 20-7 on Union right now.
Long-time rival here if you're a Tulsa area kid.
Backyard Bowl, I believe they call it.
Backyard Bowl. I've seen the stadium at TU full for that football game. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He's got his receiver wide open, but he's going to overthrow him. Mason Powell would have been close there in coverage. It was definitely a catchable play, but he just overthrew his receiver.
Got a nice crowd here tonight.
Good crowd.
Traveled to Skiatook. Saw a couple of alumni. Saw Casey Bass, former quarterbacks at UCO right now, walking around here a little bit ago. Got a couple more. Got Brock Martin will be playing at Tulsa.
He will be here tomorrow in Tulsa.
He'll be close by. You might want to go check that out.
Watch it on TV. 2:30 start tomorrow as the Cowboys take on the Hurricanes, the Turnpike rivalry or whatever they call that. Shotgun snap.
Wildcat with Garner.
Wildcat, Garner.
Wildcat.
Look out.
He's going to go around the right side. He's got a little bit of space. He might even get all the way there. He's going to go into the end zone. Made a smart cut.
Got to the edge there. After that, I would expect a lot more of that.
Yes.
They just haven't had a lot of success with their passing game tonight. They did have one big play that flipped the field to set up their field goal. But out of the Wildcat, they're going to score a touchdown. Here's the extra point. Ball down, kicks on the way. That's good. So with that, the Bulldogs will pull to 10. Mustangs hold a 21-10 lead. We got 4 minutes left to play in the halftime, and if I'm Weeks, which I'm not, I'd use your 4-minute offense. I'd go answer. Wouldn't be content to let off the gas.
We've driven the ball pretty well, keeping it on the ground. I think we keep going at them. We've won the line of scrimmage there. Offensive line's been doing a good job. Take that all the way down. Don't give them any time. We get the ball to start the second half, answer here, and then come out second half with the ball as well. Gonna have Cooper Christian, Connor Davis back as well, Wade Bright, Cole Powell. Yeah, Cole Powell there, number 4 as well.
Would love to get a good return to set up something that you could do in your 4-minute offense. Get that ball at least within field goal range, if not into the end zone. There's the kick. Good kick down the middle. Cooper Christian's going to take it. Stand at about the 6-yard line.
Get a block. Cut it up. Ooh. Not bad.
Carried it out about the Mustang 22-yard line. The Mustangs will take over. First down and 10. 4 minutes till halftime. Coach Weeks will send his offense out on the field.
A little quick shout out here. My son just texted me, Braden. He's at Central Arkansas. They play tomorrow against Abilene Christian, but he said he's listening. He said, I didn't even know you were commentating. So shout out to Braden and the boys. Go get a win tomorrow against Abilene Christian.
In the words of a famous newsman, you may not know this, but your dad's a really big deal.
Man, I hope my wife's listening too.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. They're going to hand it off up the right side. Zach Wright. He'll gain about 4 on the play.
Again, positive yards on first down there. That's kind of been the key there. Continue to do that. Control the line of scrimmage. That's going to be the key.
Ball spotted down about the Mustang 28-yard line. Mustangs have been able to effectively run the ball tonight, averaging just a little more than 4 yards a carry. It keeps you in front of the chains. Handoff going to go up the left side. Zach Wright. He's still on his feet, stringing it out. Don't know that he'll gain maybe a yard on the play.
Tried to get outside, just wasn't a whole lot there. Probably got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard gain.
The Stallion Battalion
Big third down here.
Exited the stands. They will be marching first at halftime. Fortunately, they will be marching to the home stand, so the audio won't be so much that you can hear them. But the next home game, we're going to broadcast their entire show because we got band parents that watch the stream as well.
Got Chase Gibson over here on the right side. A lot of space. A lot of space
got
right
Cooper
here.
Christian in motion to the slot. They're going to hand it off. Then they're going to hand it to
reverse.
Cooper Christian on reverse. He's going to find some room, and he's going to get that Mustang
got there.
first down.
Great call. Great call.
Strung that defense out to the left side, and then Cooper's going to take it back.
Coach Weeks went to the bag of tricks there, and they were good.
Aiden Trimble going to check into the backfield for the Mustangs. 2 minutes, 38 seconds till halftime because it was a first down and out of bounds. They stopped the clock. Mustangs lead 21-10.
We'll have some stats updated too at halftime.
The
See where
ball is
everybody's
spotted down right near the 36-yard line. Chase Gibson to the near side.
Started early.
And we had a lineman decided he wanted to get a head start on his block, so they'll call it dead.
Pulling those linemen every once in a while, they want to get a little head start. He definitely got a little head start.
We'll back him up 5.
Tell you, I'd like to go score here, but the key, man, if we can just keep this on the ground, keep that clock going, maybe get a chance to get a field goal with time expiring, because we will get the ball to start the second half, so that's going to be key.
Put him behind the chains, first down and 15. He's going to send trips to the near side, the big side of the field. Mustangs will move left to right. Salt's going to fumble the second snap of the night. He's going to be able to break free, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lose a yard. Just a botch play. Snap had a little too much energy on it.
He lost a bunch.
Did they lose a bunch? They sure did.
It's like 3 or 4 there for sure. So, boy, going backwards these last 2 plays. Let's see if we get a big play here. Put us in a little bit of position on third down and not so long.
You would like to burn that clock. You don't want to give Skiatook an opportunity to get any momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, they may consider timeouts here.
Four seconds on the play clock. 3. Salt will take the shotgun snap. He'll get it off just before the clock hits 0. They're going to hand it off to Aiden Trimble up the middle. And he's not even getting back to the original line of scrimmage, but he will gain some yardage on the play. The clock will keep ticking. Minute 37 and counting.
I'm shocked they're not using them.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Coach Winters. They got 1 left. Maybe they're thinking they're going to save that one, but
if you get a stop, it is third down and 12. So if you get a stop here, you might call that timeout, keep that clock from burning. Might give yourself a little bit of time. Special teams would come in, play big for the Mustangs. You want a good punt, flip the field. Salt on the shotgun snap. Travis Rogers in motion to the far side. They're just going to hand it off up the left side. Aiden Trimble. He's going to gain maybe a yard, if that, so that'll bring up a fourth down and punting situation. But the clock is ticking.
Finally called a timeout.
So Skiatook will call a timeout with 52 seconds left on the clock.
Let about 7-8 seconds run off right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Tell you what, that Blake hadn't pulled one from the running back in a while either. That might be something they look at in the second half too.
They did that last week.
They were really crashing hard on that left side. We've been going to that a lot, so I think that might be something to look at the second half too. Blake, keeping him honest.
Smart kid.
Oh, yeah.
Smart kid. He does everything coaches ask him to do, works hard. earned the spot last year as a sophomore towards the end of the season. They made some personnel changes and moved Blake into the quarterback position, finished the season strong, won a couple of games to put them in the playoffs. Put them in a position where they had to travel, so our first game was at Poto. That's a long road trip. Mustangs didn't win, but you started the season rough last season. And so just to be able to make the playoffs in district play was just a huge momentum. Mustangs have started this year with just some good excitement around the team, although we've had some injuries early. Got to be honest, they've come and played hard tonight in Skiatook, and I just didn't know how they would fare up with the Bulldogs, and they have done a well job tonight. So there's the punt. It's a good one. He's going to backtrack a step or two. And he's going to take it at about the 35-yard line, but they'll tackle him down to the 38.
Good coverage there.
42 seconds left on the clock. The Mustang defense is going to stand up tall. You don't want anything to get behind you. You don't want to give up any cheap points. You don't want the Bulldogs to get any momentum going into halftime. It is 21-10 Mustangs as we get ready to hit the halftime mark.
Some other scores. Got Glenpool at Catoosa tonight. Glenpool leads 12-7. Coach Winters, familiar with the old Warriors.
Tell you what, Coach Edwards is actually a personal friend of mine. Steve Edwards, a legacy coach, won a couple of state championships there. A lot of respect for what he's been able to do at Glenpool. I know, Coach Winters, you were in part of the Glenpool team for a while with the staff.
Great man. Again, can't forget about the two runner-ups either.
Got number 6, Pollard back under, well, not under center, but back at quarterback again. Hand off to Garner there. No timeouts left, so
pick up
clock's
about
going to keep
4
running.
on the play. 25 seconds and click.
Behind you.
Definitely.
20.
They're going to get one.
They're going to try to throw one up to 20 here. Brennan needs to cheat to his side maybe.
15 seconds and counting on the clock. And he's calling for the ball. A little bit of a botch play by the line. They're going to throw it. He's going to make the catch, and he's going to break about 3 tackles in the process, but time will expire before he gets into the end zone.
Hey, I did see some Tums in that bag.
I don't think they can end it with a penalty. We'll see what it is.
So the flag down on the play?
What was the penalty?
It was on the far side.
Skiatook seems to be celebrating, so that's...
How can there be if there's not a penalty? Yeah, but it goes. If it's a personal foul, it goes back to the original line of scrimmage.
I thought it was that's a half.
I mean, if they want to take the penalty, they're going to have to go back to the original line of scrimmage, and then mark it off from there. It's not a spot foul in high school.
They're calling pass interference.
It's not a spot foul in high school, though. You're going to have to come back here to the original
You
line
either got to take the 15 and the extra play, or take the play and it's halftime.
And it's halftime. Well, and that's the line judge on this side told these guys over here, the markers, to stay where they're at. So, and they may choose to bring it back and throw one more jump ball or something like that, possibly.
Right.
So the referees are going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll add 15 from there, which would give them a first down. That's insignificant because the time has expired. They will get an untimed down to play before halftime. And you saw, if you were watching the stream, what that receiver, number 20, can do. If you're Coach Weeks and you're Coach Gray, you're going to put some guys back there. You don't want anything to get behind you.
Yeah,
he was one broken tackle away from getting in the end zone, which would be a worst-case scenario for the Mustangs because you've done a good job defensively tonight holding the Bulldogs. So they're going to spot the ball down at the 43-yard line. They get an untimed down.
Just knock the ball down right here.
Mustangs, I believe that's Chase Gibson.
Got Chase Gibson deep there.
They're going to go 3 down linemen on the defensive front.
I would bet Rocky Duncan's probably going to get a little pressure here.
Put an extra
even with
safety
3 down
in the
linemen.
backfield. Want to make sure they've got 3 trips to the right. You might want to watch your left side. They might scoot leg somebody around to the left.
There's Rocky right there. He can't throw it now, so just get him down. Great job. Great job. All right, good coverage there.
Connor Davis
down the field.
got in his way, got him tripped up. Rocky Duncan finished the tackle.
Great job there.
And that will end the half.
We're going to get the ball second half, so that's great.
At halftime, the Mustangs lead 21-10. We got a great halftime show coming up for you. You're going to visit with Assistant Superintendent Tony Sappington. You don't want to miss that. We'll visit with student-athlete Kinsey Chacon. We'll be back. This is Mustang football.
Hey, y'all. Jeff Foxworthy here.
Pryor up
Now,
14.
if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's why I'm filling in for Smokey to switch things up, because there's a lot more to say. And I should know because my grandfather was a firefighter. And one of the things he taught me is that the people that love the outdoors the most are often the ones accidentally starting wildfires, which means always BYOB. No, bring your own bucket to the campfire. And be extra careful with things like burning yard trimmings. Don't just walk away, or chances are you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
117 for us.
That's the Mustang scoreboard music. Just to update you, Wagner playing at Pryor tonight. Pryor is up 28-14 over our conference rival, the Wagner Bulldogs. Coach Winters, we got out at halftime. The Bulldogs were driving, looked like they could break one free. Just give me your setting here and your just impressions, your not necessarily expectations, but just wrap up for us the first half of play of what you saw from the Mustangs as they travel on the road tonight to Skiatook. Just talk to us about your take of the first half. Did I lose you? There you are.
No.
Okay.
Okay. No, you got to be pleased. It's a whole set of problems on road trips, and you don't know what you're going to get from a young group. First road game, they've come out and executed well. They've played hard. Again, they're an underdog tonight, and we like that underdog role, and we've played great, especially at the front lines. They did start getting a rhythm, but, again, football's a bunch of ups and downs. As long as you can keep the downs to a minimum, they did great. I'm excited. 21-10. I do expect some more Wildcat out of Skiatook, and coaches are going to have to make adjustments to that. But all in all, we look really good, guys.
That first quarter, that Mustang defense, which I really feel like has been a strength to this team. Last weekend against Collinsville, got some big stops tonight. In the first quarter, they just did a great job of keeping Skiatook out of the end zone.
I've been really surprised and very pleased with secondary play this year. You know, everyone talks about the D-line, and I've talked a lot about it. But the secondary, they're getting challenged, and they're rising to the occasion. So I'm tickled to death.
Yep, you're right.
You know the Skiatook coaching staff, they saw something. It seemed like towards the second half of the second quarter, they started figuring some things out. They threw the Wildcat at us. Skiatook was able to move the ball just a little bit more effectively. Some of that can be just fatigue from the Mustangs. Yeah. So you're Coach Weeks, you're going to have to defensive adjustments you're going to have to get with Coach Gray while we're at halftime, because it seemed like Skiatook might have figured out a little bit of your scheme.
I think what they figured out is get the ball to number 20.
Exactly.
Just some stats. Offense, as far as offensive stats, not big half for either one of us, or either Mustangs or the Bulldogs. We end up with 117 on the ground. We've got Zach Wright's up to 68 yards, 15 carries, so getting almost close to that 5 yard, just a little bit under. And Wade Bright, 32 for 4. Blake Stoltz, 5 for 7 for 37 yards. Brennan Davis has 3 catches with one of the TDs, and then Chase Gibson has the 1 for 12 and a TD. The big thing with the Bulldogs, 57 yards of total offense, and they had obviously some lost yardage in there, but they've had 2 big plays. They had the big pass to number 24, the tight end there, and then they had the big play with Garner on the run there. So, defensively, I think overall we're doing a pretty good job. We just can't give up any more big plays, and I think our line's going to.
You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Mustang Halftime Show. Had the opportunity this week to sit down and visit with Tony Sappington, who's a part of the Mustang family. His wife is a teacher in our lower elementary, fantastic teacher. Their kids are in district as well. And Tony does a lot of different things. So this week we had a chance to visit with him and talk with him about something that just took place a couple of weeks ago, actually, in the high school. So let's visit with him.
We're joined with Assistant Superintendent Tony Sappington. Tony, thanks for your time. Tell us real quick, a lot of folks in district may not know all that you do. I know you do a lot in our district. So what exactly is your role for Oologah-Talala schools?
I am in charge of the academics, instruction, curriculum, work with the principals, really kind of work with everyone though. It's a 4A district. In small schools we wear a lot of hats, so I'm in charge of transportation, even drive an afternoon bus route because we're short.
Everybody's got the CDL.
Yes. So you name it. Fortunately, Mr. Tanner has a lot of trust in me and involves me in a lot, so there's not a whole lot that I don't do.
Well, you're a true Mustang family too. Your wife is a teacher here in district, and you guys have kids that are in the system.
Yes, we do. We love it here.
Yeah. So last week, I think Oologah High School made local news with an event that was kind of your brainchild, your idea. Talk to us about what that was and how that came about.
So we actually brought on JJ, and his company is called Breaking Down the Walls. Works for a guy named Phil Boyd. I used to work with JJ in Broken Arrow Schools. We were both administrators there for quite a while, got to know him real well. We brought him in a year ago to work with our staff on staff culture. And our staff shared that was probably the best professional development day that they'd ever had. So fast forward to this last spring, and one of our sub areas in our strategic plan asked us to find a character ed program for the district. And so the leader of that kind of reached out to me and said, what should we do here? And we talked about different possibilities. We landed on going back to learning for living and using JJ. I talked with him about what all possibilities are out there of what they could do to help us and kind of what we were looking at doing. And we wanted to do something that was sustainable, really. That was the main thing that we looked at. What can we do that isn't just we pay money to a company and then a year later it's forgotten. We don't want that. And so what we're doing is he's come in this summer, worked with groups of teachers, and we created 2 core values. The 2 core values are Be Your Best and Mustang Family. And so those are being spread throughout the district by teachers, students, administration, counselors, everyone. We just have to be a broken record about those 2 things. And so the more that we can talk about that and live that and model that for kids, then the more that they're going to rise to the occasion. And then obviously what you asked about, breaking down the walls, we brought kids in at the high school in 2 days, split them in half, and really it's just like the name says. So kids in schools all across America have cliques and groups where they just don't really talk to each other. They're only in their little clique and their comfort zone. And the idea behind breaking down the walls is to get them to know each other and get them to get connected, get them to have some empathy and understanding of each other, and that's what happened that day.
Absolutely. Just a personal testimony. My son, who's a junior, was a part of the first day of the exercise, came home and just said how impactful it was to him. And he said, you know, there's kids I'm not in class with, I just see them walking down the hall and they look like their life is all together because of this, because I was forced to have a 60-second conversation with him. Right. He said, I just saw him in a completely different light. So I think it was very well received by the staff and student body.
Yeah, anyone who was there that day, I heard nothing but positive feedback. So
if a parent wanted more information, or if they wanted to help and get involved, what's the best thing for them to do? Who do they contact?
So anything that they want to do to help, they are a part of the Mustang family,
Right.
everyone that lives in this community. So if they want to get involved and help us to build our culture and be a part of that, all they have to do is call their building administration and say, hey, I love what you're doing in your school. How can I be a part of it?
And we need that. We need
do.
parents that are certainly life-speaking and life-giving to be a part of the Mustang family.
And I'm glad you asked that, because I'll tell you, we have committees, different committees for different things, and we don't have enough parents that are involved in those committees. So to have parents involved in their child's education and to help us to make decisions is important. So we'd love to have parents
Tony,
involved.
thank you so much for your time. Thanks for what you're doing for your school district. Thank what your family does from your investment in Oologah and our community. So appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
You are listening to the Halftime Show. This is Mustang Football.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. One, okay, cool guy. Two, three times. Next, I put it in reverse. Meep, meep, meep. Then I take it up and down, up and down. And that, kiddos, is called the forklift.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now that's dancing. Sure beats flossing.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the Mustang Halftime Show. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg, joined in the booth by Athletic Director Brady Despain. Basketball coach Doug Winters does our sideline work for us. Great conversation there with Tony Sappington, just talking a little bit about breaking down the walls and what took place in the high school. And from the Mustang family, I hear it's been really, really well received. Even told a little bit about my son. He was a part of that and just his perspective on that. So, Mr. Despain, we've got some scores going on around the area, some of them from our conference, some of them from our class. And class is bigger.
Yeah, big game, backyard brawl there in Tulsa. Jinx 2014 now, so Union's come back there a little bit. Broken Arrow Wausau are tied up at 14, so that again, great battle there. Some more local stuff in 5A. Pryor still leads Wagner 28-21, and Claremore is now trailing Sapulpa 21-17. And let's see, Collinsville actually got Bartlesville leading Collinsville 14-7, so that's kind of a surprise there. So there's some local scores.
We're in the middle of halftime. Mustangs lead 21-10. I tell you what, Coach Jason Brown, who coaches our girls softball and our baseball, our girls softball team is just on fire. I have the opportunity to see those girls when they play at home. We've got two incredible pitchers that both, I believe, will have the opportunity to go to the next level. Bailey Runner pitched a no-hitter the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The other pitcher is Kinsey Chacon. Kinsey is a junior. She'll be with us for another season, and then most likely will go on and play at the next level. Had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Kinsey and just hear from her. It's our Mustang Spotlight.
We are joined with one of our softball athletes, Kinsey Chacon, and she is the pitcher for our softball team, but also plays first base as well. So, Kinsey, welcome to the Halftime Show. You're a multi-sport athlete. Right now you're in softball, but you'll do some other sports later on as the year progresses, correct? What else are you going to play this year?
Golf, for sure.
Golf. You got a pretty big swing?
Yeah. Maybe too big.
Too big? That's awesome. What's your favorite part of the game and the competition that goes on when you step on that softball field?
Just the adrenaline. I love the racing and like the pumping of the veins. It's just, I love the adrenaline and having fun with my friends and stuff.
So do you go through any pre-game rituals, or do you have any superstitions, like you have this pair of socks that you haven't washed for years?
Oh, definitely not that. That's disgusting. I just try to keep like the same attitude, listen to music, focus on a couple of my pitches before I pitch, just get in a zone before I get in there. Because if I don't, I feel like it's just thrown off.
So how many pitches do you have in your repertoire?
Right now we throw about 4 a game, but I'd say around like 5 or 6 outside.
What do you do when you're not on the softball field?
Just hang out with friends, go to football games, be a part of, the school. Mustang family.
So you came to the Mustang culture when you were about 6th grade, correct? Where were you at before there?
I was at Collinsville.
Oh, okay, one of those, right?
Yeah, one of those.
So what do you appreciate, what do you love about the Mustang culture and just being part of the Mustang family?
I love how we're more of a family, of course, like we've always preached Mustang family, but I just really love the atmosphere and people here.
What's your favorite song you're listening to right now?
Stranger Things by Joyner Lucas, my walk-up.
That's also your walk-up song, too.
Yeah.
Right, that's awesome. So just a junior, but I know it's not too soon to be thinking about next chapter. And so if you could pick a place to go play softball at the next level, where would you go?
At the moment, I'm thinking Missouri State.
Missouri State. Well, we are super proud of you, and what a great representative for our organization and Mustang softball. So thanks for your time. I know the Mustang family is glad to hear from you.
Thank you.
You are listening to the Halftime Show. This is Mustang Football.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our great sponsors for their support of Oologah Mustang football. Incentis Credit Union, providing innovative, affordable financial services. Sonic, drive in for a change. Inkwell Printing for all your printing and production needs. Cherokee Nation, Under Armour, and BSN Sports, making an impact on the heart of the game. RCB Bank, that's my bank. And Subway, located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Eat fresh, Subway. Thank you for your support of Mustang Athletics.
We are just under 2 minutes away as we get ready for the third quarter kickoff. The Mustangs played a strong first half. The first quarter did what they wanted to do, ran the ball very well, played some fantastic defense. As we got into the second half of the second quarter, Skiatook made some adjustments. They were able to actually get a touchdown off of actually what was a pretty sneaky little wildcat play. Incredible athlete got around the corner and got it in. But that leads us to a 21-10 lead at the half. The teams are still in the locker room, but they're on their way out now to begin their kind of pregame stretches and get this thing ready to go. It's a busy season for Mustang Athletics. Our softball team is in full swing. Had a tournament last weekend, played at home Tuesday night, played at home Thursday night, played conference rival Jay on Thursday night. Storms were coming in, and the girls got the bat swing, and they run ruled them in the fifth.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you heard just from kind of our Mustang Spotlight kids at Chacon, just that she's swinging the bat well. Good job, ladies. So is Bement, so is Emma Gill. These girls, I think Chacon had scored 5 runs on her own. She had a 2-run homer and a 3-run homer on Thursday. They were just swinging the bat really, really well.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got volleyball as well. They're up at the Dewey tournament
this weekend.
We're there today, there tomorrow.
Then they'll be at Inola on Tuesday.
Inola.
Then we host Claremore Sequoia on Thursday.
Yep. Which volleyball's doing well. Softball. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's just amazing the success we have in a lot of sports.
Got
and
a great
lot of
coaching
kids
staff.
that do a lot of things. Great coaches. Kids are hard workers. It's been fun. The volleyball game the other night, Oklahoma Union, we played Oklahoma Union at home, went 5 sets. We ended up winning 16-14, had a big group of high school boys there that were cheering the girls on, so appreciate that as well. Got a good student crew here tonight as well, so just great following.
It's a Mustang family.
Exactly.
The thing about it, the coaches, the staff, the team, everybody is open-handed. You got coaches that coach basketball that are helping football do whatever you do. Coach Winter's a perfect example of that. He's helping here with our broadcast. You got basketball coaches helping softball, baseball.
Softball helping basketball. Coach Jan helps out with our basketball as well. So it's a big family. And
I don't work in public education. I work out in the private sector. And I so much appreciate the heart and the attitude of our teachers, our coaches, our administrators. It is a thankless job. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're a parent of an athlete or an aunt or an uncle, or you're part of the Mustang family, when you see a coach, whether you always agree with the calls they make or not, thank them. Thank their spouse. I was talking to Coach Brown, our softball player. He had the tournament last weekend, and I said, what are you going to do on Sunday? And he said, well, I'm going to take my wife on a date. I haven't seen her in a few days.
You know what? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to go watch Braden play tomorrow, and the wife and I are going to go down, spend the night at Little Rock, and
so we so
walk
much
the river.
Appreciate our coaches.
It is, man. Those spouses. I'm telling you, it's a grind, and they do it because they love the kids, and just the same with the teachers. I mean, it's a passion that you have to have, and we have a lot of great ones, no doubt.
Love the Mustang family. We're getting close to a minute until halftime as the Mustangs are down far end zone. They're stretching their legs. They're getting themselves ready to go. You can follow all of the activities at the school website. The traditional website is there, but you can also just hit oologahmustangs.com And for a full list of schedules and information on school activities and events, you can also follow us on Facebook, Oologah High School. Well, also, Mr. Despain is quite the Twitter meister. Him and Donald Trump have about the same following on Twitter. And so
I'm getting close. I think I was 222. So, which 222. That's Bailey's birthday. 222. But
you can.
Another update. Our opponent next week, Hilldale, they're down 35-14 right now to Shakota. So another score there.
When I looked at the first half of this Mustang football schedule, I had Collinsville and Skiatook just because of legacy.
Yeah.
Just because of the history between there's been years when teams were down, but when it came to that game, there's something more than just a W and a L to play for. And I didn't know how the Mustangs were going to respond. Last weekend, they played an incredible first half. Got tired in the second half. It was 104 degrees on the field.
Yeah.
Tonight, you've started well in the first half. You've got to finish. I think Skiatook came out of their locker room with a chip on their shoulder. They started to see they could get some movement, get some motion in their offense. Coach Winters, you're talking to these defensive guys. What do you tell them? How do you tell them? How do you fire them up to make those stops?
Again, you got to watch the ball, beat them off the ball, stay low, do your assignment. Don't do your job, nobody else's job. It'll take care of itself.
I agree. I think, again, we deferred, so we're going to get the ball here first half. It'd be nice to see us just drive down the field here, put some points on the board. I think we do that. We got a great shot to start this second half.
All the respect and appreciation for Collinsville and their program. Last weekend, you saw in that third and fourth quarter, conditioning made a difference.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of injuries on the Collinsville side, a lot of cramping. The Mustangs were just in a little bit. They were in a step better of conditioning. That's going to come into play tonight. You got guys like Chase Gibson. He's on that field for a lot of snaps. When you're tired, your brain doesn't think as smart. You don't want to make mental mistakes. You don't want to break down. So it's a whole new ball game. You might have a little bit of a lead on the scoreboard, but it's a whole new ball game. So Skiatook will kick off. The Mustangs will receive the ball to start the second half. Ball's placed down at the 40-yard line.
Cooper Christian back deep. Wade Bright's a little shorter on the 30, and then also Zach Wright.
There's the kick. Gonna pooch it down in the middle of the field. It got away
over
from
Zach
him.
Wright's head. Oh, he's going to take it down deep.
He's going to touch it about the 5-yard line, and that just was not how you want to start the second half of play. You are backed up.
Fooled us on that one a little bit.
On your own ends, which was probably designed how they meant to do it.
Well, let's see if we can make it a long touchdown drive.
Field position, second half is key right here.
Got to charge some equipment.
Charge it up.
Grateful for modern technology. So the Mustangs are way back in their own territory. Bulldogs will start with 4 down linemen. We're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to break a nice play. Get him out of that hole. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Went to the right side that time. Big hole. About an 8-yard gain, looks like. 7 or 8.
Zach Wright's had a good night so far. In the first half, the Mustangs could run the ball almost at will. Cooper Christian will come to the near side. Brennan Davis to the far side. They're going to hand it off up the middle again. Zach's going to get a hole. Looks like he might have enough for a first down. They're going to move the chains.
Tell you what, man, we are getting chunks at a time on the ground. They're getting no push off their defensive line. I'd say continue a little steady dose of that.
I realize you're still on your side of the field, but the way the first half ended and the way they started with special teams, you had an opportunity there to give away some momentum. The Mustangs have said, hey, we're gonna put our heads down, we're gonna carry the ball, we're gonna move it.
Big hole, Zach Wright.
Break it up the middle, gonna gain about 9. Actually, he might have enough for the first down.
Yeah, it's
they're gonna move the chains.
First down right there. Man, they're pulling those guys. Great block there by Skylar Wisenhunt. Zach hit the hole hard.
You
Big
had the
gain on first
opportunity to
down.
see a lot of these guys when they were in junior high. You were their principal.
Yes, I did.
Made the statement. I know these guys. I know how they walk. Watch their body language.
I know. They've grown up a lot since then. So,
good group of young men. Work hard for Coach Weeks and his staff. Brennan Davis will go to the far side. Nobody to the near side. Salt on the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off up the left side.
Wade Bright that time in. Another positive yards. Gain of 3 or so.
Again, if you mount this drive right here, they're fired up. Coaches are talking, getting them fired up. If we go on a 90-yard march, he'll definitely go a long way taking that heart out of him.
And you're setting the pace. You're controlling the clock. You're doing what you want to do. Saul looking to the sideline, get the play from Coach Weeks.
We've definitely got the size advantage up front, I can tell you that. So we just need to keep pounding that ball on the ground and, wearing them down.
Chase Gibson, Cooper Christian will come to the near side of the field. You got 1 second.
Good job by Coach Weeks there.
Got the timeout before time expired, and he's not happy about that. A little bit sluggish getting to the huddle, getting the play off on the field. So the Mustangs will take a timeout.
You just hope it doesn't cost you late.
Yeah, not ideal. You want to take a timeout that early in the second half.
And your first drive.
But we got the chains moving a couple times. Didn't want to give up any yardage there. Tell you, nice night for football. We got a great night for it, no doubt about that.
Student section's into it. Cheerleaders doing a great job.
Coach Winters, you were a part of the program that was at high school a couple of weeks ago. You were in there with the students. Talk to us a little bit. We just heard from Tony Sappington at halftime. Talk about from an instructor or a teacher's perspective how that played out for students and what you saw in the high school.
It was great because kids that usually will not talk to each other or hang through the activities they did at least got to introduce themselves and get to tell a few things about each other. I think that goes a long way. At the end of the program, it was amazing.
That's awesome. Great investment, something the high school staff want to continue and just continue to build relationships, tear down what would be social walls. We are a Mustang family. Going to carry the ball to the left. He's going to pick up maybe 6-7 yards on the carry. They'll spot him out of bounds about the 36-yard line. And I realize I say about a lot because there's lots of stuff to see through over there. So.
Tell you what, Zach keeps trying to bounce that outside, but I think if he keeps that cut on the inside, I think he's going to find a little bit more space. Maybe he'll get another chance here in just a second. He tried to bounce on the outside. Probably could have kept it inside and got another 5 or 6 yards.
It's a big 3rd down and 5. The ball spotted down at the Oologah 39-yard line. Play clock with 13 seconds and counting. 2 receivers to the far side. Chase Gibson will be closest to the Mustang family.
Travis Rogers there.
Take the tight end.
Nice.
He's going to compete the pass over the left
Great
side
job.
to Brendan Davis. Gain him about 7. That'll move the chains. Good for a Mustang first down and 10.
DB was given a lot of room over there, so notice that. Blake, quick throw out there. Brendan Davis, nice catch. Moving the chains.
Cade Riedel will step into the lineup for the Mustangs. Plays in that tight end spot. Cooper Christian will come to the near side. Brendan Davis to the far side. Tight end in motion. Handoff up the left side for Zach Wright. Maybe gain a couple. Carry the ball down to the 56, 57-yard line.
I like that 57-yard line.
My apologies, 47-yard line.
Tell you what, we haven't seen a little RPO action. We haven't seen Blake fake that handoff and pull it back. See if we see that here in a little bit.
Salt's in the shotgun snap. 2 receivers to the near side. He's going to hand it off. They're going to get a hold of him in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. That's a big stop for that Bulldog defense. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
They're keying on the run now. They're stacking it up. So
you knew at halftime they were going to have some conversation. They were going to make some adjustments. They're definitely stacking what would be our left side of the line. So if you're going to run it, you're going to have to move more towards the right side or even string it to the outside. Chase Gibson, he's a big receiver. He's on the outside, but we're going to call it dead. Flags down on the play.
False start, looks like.
Boy, you're already 3rd and 10 on the wrong side of the field, and now you got to move another 5 yards. So that's going to put you behind the chains.
Tell you what, these offensive line guys, I see some hands on hips too. They're going to have to dig deep here.
That's scary. They just came out of the locker room.
So it's a big 3rd down and 15 for the Mustangs. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Trips to the near side. Salt in the shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right. The pass is going to be incomplete. So the Bulldogs will hold, bring up 4th down, and the punt team will come on.
Number 11 there, the linebacker jumped up, knocked that one down. Defensively, though, been playing strong. Play the field position game here. And we'll have to watch number 20, no doubt about that.
You started back just in bad field position to begin with. You used a lot of energy just to get out of the hole. Zach Wright will be back to punt for the Mustangs. Their turn man is dangerous.
Kicked it away from him there.
Special team coverage. He's going to pick it up at about the 24-yard line. The Mustangs will circle him, bring him down at the 30. Good special team coverage there. 63 on the tackle. That's Cody Siegfried.
Nice job, Mr. Siegfried. Great tackle there. Yeah. Got one cramping up over here, maybe.
Yes. Guys, the positive thing is we did flip the field. So, took time off the clock.
So the Mustang defense is looking to Coach Gray. What do you want us to do, Coach? Going to play with the 4-man front.
We got a player down. I don't know if they see it.
So with the player down on the field, we got a timeout, but we're going to keep it here.
I think they're going to send him to the sideline for some water, looks like. Even though it's not hot, it's still got some humidity in the air, no doubt about that. So
we're 3 or 4 weeks away from needing a hoodie on a Friday night. I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready too.
I'm absolutely ready. It just seems like summer won't let go. It's a beautiful night, Skiatook, Oklahoma.
Wade Bright down there with the cramp, looks like. So back up on his feet. Talk about being blessed to have Ryan. Got Ryan down there, Ryan Frank, our trainer, head trainer down there. So always good to see him travel with us and have just having somebody that caliber, have travel with you in the games is great.
Doc
good
Gibson
relationship there with EOC.
Too, so
Dr. Gibson as well. Can't forget about him.
He's smiling real big first half.
So they're going to hand that ball off to number 20, and that boy's got some speed. And he's going to break free. He's going to gain about 12, maybe 13 on the play. Mustangs are going to have to find an answer for him, or he's just going to shred them all night long.
He came in motion to hand it off. Little timing play there. He's hitting his legs. He may be working up a cramp too, looks like.
He's actually a wide receiver, but you've seen him in several different spots. He played out of the Wildcat. He's the one that scored the touchdown, number 20, Jaden Garner. He's going to have a pretty good night of rushing. Mustangs 4-down lineman. Shotgun snap for the Bulldogs. Their freshman quarterback is in. He's going to overthrow his receiver, number 1, Cash Cooper. Cash a little frustrated with himself. He didn't get there because he had green grass in front of him. Bring up 2nd down and 10. The ball spotted down at the 45-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Well, it'd be nice to get a turnover here. Be big play here. Need a big play.
Listen to a podcast this week, and they were talking about just how turnovers aren't as prevalent in games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the repercussion, if you will, of the targeting call. Guys aren't being hit
as
with
aggressive.
as aggressive, and so you've just seen the turnovers go down. They're going to hand the ball off again. Wide receiver number 20, he's going to go to the right side. There's a couple of Mustangs that can stop him, and they will about the 25-yard line.
Boy, he's getting that edge.
But he's getting that edge on the far side.
He's cramping up, though.
They're giving it to him out of that motion. He's getting a running start.
Yep.
Number 20, Jaden Gardner. It was our secondary and our safeties that actually brought him down.
Gonna have to bump somebody over.
So we've got a whistle on the field. they were just talking about how they've cleaned up the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Watching how you tackle a guy, the horse collar, but even just the targeting, really careful how players hit one another. And you got to, if you could go back in time 15 years ago, and if you could put your helmet on the ball and knock that thing loose, there were a whole lot more turnovers. And so just the presence of the targeting call and how that's changed the game, and really the number of plays in a football game. Guys, teams play faster. You see some high schools go to a no huddle. Most of your colleges go to a no huddle. And so just we're playing probably 10, 15 more plays on both offenses a game. And so that percentage of turnover per play has gone down, I would say, over the last 5 to 6, 7 years. Just interesting stuff if you're into stats and how decisions like the targeting call impact the game.
Yeah, and you see guys now, especially on like kickoff returns, punt returns, they'll just kind of turn their backs and throw their hands up just to kind of get in people's way instead of that old block, where you're, coming back on the play. And like you said, the game's definitely changed.
And it's good. You still have injuries. We've got a kid that'll be on the sidelines, number 80, Devin Akron. He'll be on the sideline for the rest of the season. He took head-to-head contact last weekend and cracked a couple of vertebrae. Certainly wish the best for him. You've got 2 in motion for the Bulldogs. You've got their freshman quarterback, Mason Willingham, in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off the right side to Reese Womack.
Well, we are getting pinned on the edge out there.
When they bring the 2 in motion, we're outnumbered.
Yep.
We got to adjust.
Yep, we're going to have to slide somebody over.
He'll gain 10 on the play. That's enough for a first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. So they are in their red zone, and they are driving and threatening, and the Mustang defense needs to dig deep and find it. It is 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Mustangs have a 21-10 lead. In the first half, the Mustangs were able to do pretty much what they wanted when they wanted. But to start the second half, we stalled out early, had to punt, and so the Bulldogs are driving.
Here he goes in motion.
Here comes their wide receiver, number 20, in motion.
Fake.
And we fell for it full bit. And Cash Cooper broke free on the end zone, and they're going to throw it for a Skiatook Bulldog touchdown.
Bit on it. Just coming off the, those big play after big play, and got sucked in looking at the run, and boy, wide open in the end zone there. So
5 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The Bulldogs will add another touchdown to their score. The ball's down, kicks on the way. It's good. So it is 21-17. So the Mustangs are going to have to figure some stuff out, make some adjustments. You really need a good offensive possession. You really need some good special teams play. You don't want to get pinned back at your own 4-yard line. You'd much rather start at the 30, 35, somewhere in the 40.
We need a big play. You're feeling the big Mo shift right here.
Yeah.
Gut check right here.
You can see on the stream, you've got a couple of Mustangs that are down. They've got some cramps, so they're trying to get them hydrated, get them stretched out so they can get them back on the field. You don't want to let that momentum slip away.
Now we got to answer back right here. It's Oologah-Skiatook. We've had some battles over the years, and we knew they weren't going to go away. Their home opener here, so we've got to dig deep and answer back.
It's a full moon, Friday the 13th. 76 degrees in Skiatook, America. Mustangs are back to receive the ball. Bulldogs are set to kick it away. Wouldn't want to do an onside right here, would you?
He's got set up to where he's going to pooch it.
He's going to pooch that, and we'll call for the fair catch about the 36-yard line.
Caden Smith there.
It's a whole lot better than the 57-yard line, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. A little better starting position here. Updates, Pryor still leading Wagner 28-21 in the third quarter. Miami's down 21-7 to Oologah-Talala.
I want to say a huge thank you to Johnny Daramo and Ricky Fisher. Their help making us happen. Mr. Daramo keeping stats and sharing those details with us. Mr. Fisher's our broadcast engineer, and we unloaded a Suburban full of equipment just to make this happen. We're excited about the inaugural year of Mustang football. Salt will take the snap, hand it off up the left side. We've had a lot of success up that way tonight. They're going to gain a couple, bring up about a 2nd down and 7.
Again, I keep saying it, but that RPO or Salt pulling it
you're going to have to open up your passing game a little bit because they're stacking the box on you.
I don't know why you don't pull and try. He hadn't ran all game.
Yeah, maybe something the coaches, we got a whole season to play. We're not into district play yet. Let's protect our quarterback. 2 receivers to the near side. Salt's going to roll to his right. He's got a tight end wide open. He's going to catch Riedel. He's going to gain about 7 for a first down and 10.
Great call there.
You're going to have to open up that passing game to get that defense to be a little more honest.
Yeah, just a little play action, rolling back on the backside there. So
ball spotted down at the Mustang 49, almost to midfield. They'll move the chains. 20 seconds on the play clock. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Clock is rolling in the third quarter. Mustangs have a 21-17 lead. We are in a battle in Skiatook America. Salt in the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off up the left side. He'll cut it back to the right. He's going to gain about 5. He's going to get half of it.
Good patience there by Zach Wright. Kind of waited a little bit, cut that back inside, made another move. Nice gain of about 6 on first down.
Ball spotted down at the 45-yard line. Bring up second down. The scoreboard says 4. Wade Bryant will step into the lineup. Nope, actually Aiden Trimble will step into the lineup as the running back. Cooper Christian to the near side. Got Brennan Davis on the far side. Mustangs run out of that set a lot. Blake Salt's going to keep it, go up the middle, gain about 6-7. Get a Mustang first down and 10. They'll move the chains.
There it was. Nice gain there. Keep the chains moving. Got a nice drive going here. We talked about gut check. Rising to the occasion right now. Keep it moving right here.
Say a big hello to all of our Mustang fans that couldn't make the trip to Skiatook tonight but can join us via the technology of YouTube. Salt on the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Trimble, but he's going to get met in the backfield. Loss of about 4 on the play.
15 missed a key block right there. Whiffed it.
That'd be Cade Riedel playing in that tight end position. Let him by him. You miss that block, it's gonna cost you. So it'll back the Mustangs up. Brings up second down of 14. Just under 3 minutes and the clock is ticking in the third quarter.